From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Earl Poorman.
Hi, Earl. How are things down in sunny Florida?
How soon can you come down here, Johnny?
You got troubles?
Yes, over a $2,000 insurance claim.
Oh, now wait, Earl. How can you justify my fee and expense account on a claim as small as that?
Johnny,
Yeah?
the responsibilities of an insurance company sometimes involve far more than just collecting premiums and paying off on claims.
Well, sure. Keeping your clients happy, a little good old public service now and
That's
then.
right, even a little attention to our national security.
Sure. But on such a small policy, I still don't see how you can justify national security.
Yes, Johnny.
I'll grab the first plane.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Tri-State Life and Casualty Insurance Company, Sarasota, Florida. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Wayward Moth matter. Expense account item 19620, plane fare and incidentals, Hartford, Connecticut to Sarasota, Florida. There I was met at the airport by my old friend and fishing pal, Earl Poorman, and we drove on into town.
You, like my new car, Johnny?
When aren't you driving a new car? Well, now let's get down to
Electric
cases.
windows, power seat, air conditioning?
Yeah, sure. Look, you said something about national security in connection with this insurance claim.
Yes, Johnny, I did.
Well, explain yourself.
Well, that's the trouble. I can't.
You mean to say you had me fly all the way down here?
Now, wait, Johnny.
Or was it just some trick to inveigle me into fishing, huh? Is that it? A crack at some of the great Florida fishing you've been promising me all these years?
Well, who knows? Maybe while you're here, we will be able to get in some fishing, too.
Two. In addition to what?
Sure, Johnny. I just had my boat repainted, the engine overhauled.
Earl.
We'll go out in the Gulf for kings and
Look,
bluefish.
Earl.
And in the bay and the bayou back of the house, I promise you redfish and sea trout until you get tired reeling them
All
in.
right. Just tell me why you've had me come all the way down here to investigate a lousy $2,000 claim.
I told you, I don't really know.
All right, Earl. National security is involved.
Yes.
Well?
Okay, Johnny. I issued a policy covering the chemical plant of Dr. John C. Allworth.
What kind of chemicals?
Well, you see, I don't know.
Huh?
I issued the policy at the specific request of Todd Swamp.
Who's he?
Chamber of Commerce. Knows more about this whole area and its people than anyone else.
Well, surely you've seen this chemical lab.
No, I haven't.
You what?
As a matter of fact, its exact location is a complete secret.
Oh, now look, Earl, if you've issued a policy, if you're ready to pay off a claim, but if you haven't seen... Look, how do you know a couple of $1,000s worth of damage occurred?
I've taken Todd Swamp's word for it. I trust him implicitly.
Well, this is the doggone... Earl, how can I possibly investigate something if I can't even... If nobody knows what... I give up.
I'm sure that Todd will tell you everything. I'll take you in, introduce you to him, then I'll leave you with him.
Leave me?
That's the way he says it has to be. Here, take the keys to my car. You'll probably need them.
But how would you get them?
And if you need anything or if I can be of help, you know where to call me, at the office or at the house out on St. Armand's Key. Come on, let's go in.
Todd Swam is a young, pleasant, aggressive sort of chap. Serious, alert, perceptive. He thanked Earl for bringing me, then led me alone into his private office.
Sit down, Johnny, and I'll get right to the point.
Thanks.
I know all about you, at least all I need to know. Not only from Earl Poorman, but from a lot of the cases you've handled.
Well, then you one up on me.
I also know that on occasion you've handled security matters, worked hand in glove with the FBI and so on.
So?
All right. My job here is not only to promote Sarasota, tell the world what a nice place it is to live, nice people, good homes, ideal climate.
Great fishing?
Yes, fishing, boating, just about everything.
Okay, I'm sold. But what about this Dr. John Allworth?
My job is also to be of whatever service I can to the people of the city. All right. Dr. Allworth has lived here for years. Chemist, retired. Until recently, that is.
Well, go on.
Now, in his small laboratory, carefully hidden in the swamps of the Everglades, for security reasons, Dr. Ulworth is producing an important rocket fuel ingredient.
Oh?
For use at one of the testing centers here in Florida.
Cape Canaveral?
He and his assistant work entirely alone, for obvious reasons.
Look, Earl says there's been some damage at his place.
That's why I asked him to have you come down.
But only
here.
a couple of $1,000 worth.
That is beside the point, Johnny. I think it's a case of sabotage.
But if nobody's even permitted to know where the place is.
And if you're ready, we'll go out there right away. Okay?
Right.
Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Wayward Moth Matter.
Todd Swam, manager of the Sarasota Chamber of Commerce, suggested we use 2 cars, so I got behind the wheel of the one Earl Portman had left for me and followed him. We drove south on Highway 41 through Fort Myers, then swung left on Route 82 into the Everglades, and finally into the Big Cypress Swamp Country. A few miles further south, I'm not permitted to say how many, we left the main road for a pair of wagon tracks leading into the swampy jungle. We stopped in a little clearing. From a small shack on the edge of a bayou, a tall, husky Indian emerged. He lowered his high-powered rifle as he recognized Todd Swam and walked over to where we'd parked.
You bring a man, Mr. Todd.
Ben Osceola, this is Mr. Johnny Dollar.
Hi, Ben.
How do you do, Mr. Johnny?
Ben, he's to be let through here anytime he wants.
Very well, Mr. Todd.
Have you the airboat ready for us?
Already. Back of my house.
Good. Come on, Johnny.
The airboat, parked on the edge of a bayou back of Ben Osceola's shack, was an aluminum hull about 12 foot long, square across the bow instead of pointed. 2 high seats were built up on it. At the back was a powerful motor with a propeller of the airplane type. Todd Swam and I climbed onto the precarious little seats, and we took off. And brother, I mean took off. What a ride. The airboat half planed, half skipped over the shallow water of the bayou. Perched up over the hull itself, I kept waiting for us to flip. After a quarter mile or so, we came on a vast plain of soggy, grassy marshland, splotched here and there with patches of clear water. Now and then, on half-submerged logs, big turtles quickly drew in their heads as we approached. More than once, a huge alligator gave us the beady eye, then quietly sank below the surface of a shallow pool.
Plenty of rattlers and cottonmouths around here, too.
Thanks a lot. Finally, we pulled up to an acre or so of brush and trees that looked almost like an island in the middle of the swamp. On it sat a long, low building made of concrete block.
This is the place, Johnny. Unless you'd like to ride around a bit more.
No, thanks. Todd Swam got the introductions over in a hurry. Dr. Allworth, a short, wiry old man with sharp features and a shock of white hair, led us into the laboratory building.
No, Mr. Dollar, not in there.
Oh.
No one is permitted in the laboratory except myself and my assistant.
Oh, I'm sorry, Doctor. You lead the way.
About your assistant, Dr. Ulworth.
It was in the vault that the accident occurred.
It was an accident.
Of course it was. Who would possibly want to...
Plenty of people, Doctor, and you know it. It may sound corny, but this whole country has enough enemy agents.
You speak as though we were at war, Todd.
Well, we're certainly in a Cold War. And speaking of agents...
A moment, please, gentlemen, while I work the combination of this lock.
This vault looks big enough for a bank.
In it, I keep 2 things, Mr. Dollar. The finished rocket fuel component
Yeah?
and the delicate apparatus with which I complete the final secret stage of its production. Apparatus no one but myself has ever seen.
And you're letting us see it?
Well, the accident has rendered it completely unrecognizable.
I still haven't learned what happened here, you know.
Matter of fact, I haven't either, Johnny. But I certainly have my suspicions. Doctor...
There we are. No, don't go in.
Well,
The substance on the floor is so corrosive that... Well, look. You can see how the legs of that heavy metal table have completely corroded, left nothing but a pile of splintered metal and rust.
The rocket fuel did that?
Now, there, in the corner at your left, are the rotting, tangled remains of the apparatus I mentioned. The apparatus the insurance money will replace so I can make up for valuable time lost.
Doctor, I tell you, it was no accident.
What happened, Mr. Dollar, is that the heavy glass flagon containing the finished rocket fuel additive,
Glass, Doctor?
a very special glass over an inch thick, the flagon containing about 5 liters of it was on that marble slab there in the middle of the floor, ready to be crated and shipped to its destination.
I see.
I had completed processing it night before last. Early yesterday morning, for some reason I have not been able to determine, the flagon exploded.
Well, I'll bet I can find a reason. Where is that assistant of yours?
Leon?
Yes, Leon Salkoff.
Salkoff?
Yes, Johnny. A man doing secret work for the rocket missile project hires an assistant with a name like that.
Now, Todd,
Leon Salkoff.
I-
Doctor, there was a famous, well, I should say infamous character by the name of Salkoff during the last war, a young chemist.
Yes, Mr. Dollar.
Mixed up in a couple of industrial bomb plots. And if this is the same man...
It is the same man.
Well, then, good heavens.
Exactly what I think.
No. You're both wrong. This man was cleared in the war trials.
Well, what difference does that make? I say a leopard can't change his spots.
But don't you see that not even he knows the combination to this vault?
Some other way to get in? Those little windows up there?
8 inches square and 2 inches thick.
And you're sure there's nothing in your process that would cause the bottle to explode?
Oh, I have checked and rechecked it.
Where was Leon Salkoff when it happened, and where is he now?
Well, he went to Fort Myers for supplies early this morning. He should be back.
My guess is that he kept right on going.
Yeah, Todd, I'm inclined to agree with you. Because, Doctor, if what you've told us is true, well, somehow, someone must have got to this stuff. How high are those little windows above the ground outside?
Oh, about 5 feet.
Then a gun, perhaps, aimed in through a window.
But they are all in place and unbroken.
Well, any reason why one of them couldn't be removed from the outside, then replaced?
Well, I don't know.
I'm going to see. I'll be right back.
Stop! Don't move!
What?
Do not move, mister. Or I will shoot you right through the heart.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Wayward Moth Matter.
Put your hands above your head, mister.
Now, wait.
One move and I will pull this trigger.
Who are you?
I will ask the questions. What are you doing here? Where is Dr. Elworth? Answer me. Or so help me, I will shoot you down.
Mr. Dollar! Mr. Dollar, did you find anything?
Doctor! Stay there, Doctor. There's a man out here with a gun.
What's that?
No, don't come out here.
Leon, no, that's Mr. Dollar.
What?
Johnny Dollar, insurance investigator, to arrange the payment of our claim.
You're sure, Doctor?
Of course I'm sure.
Well, I recognized him at the Swan's car at this shack of the Indian. But when I saw the other car, well, I was worried about you.
No, it's all right. He's here to help us.
Salkoff. So you finally decided to come back.
Mr. Swan.
What took you so long, Leon?
All the way into Fort Myers this morning, I puzzled over how the flagon could possibly have exploded in the vault.
You found the answer?
Or have you known it all along, Salkoff?
I do not understand, Mr. Dollar.
I think I do, Johnny. I thought so from the first.
I've heard about you, Salkoff, about some of your activities during the last war.
I pray that heaven will forgive me for what I have forced to do in that conflict, Mr. Dollar.
Forced?
It is my hope that by serving this wonderful country that has given me refuge, in some way I can make up for the terrible things I was compelled to do for the men who sought to rule the world.
Now, that's a very pretty speech.
Oh, it's true, Mr. Dollar. You've only to consult the records of the war trials.
I may take a look at those records before I'm through with this case.
I humbly beg you to do so.
You still haven't told us where you've been all day, Leon.
I tried to figure out how the explosion could possibly have occurred. So I telephoned one of our contacts.
Contacts?
The glass company that has furnished us with the heavy flagons.
But there is no way the additive could have caused them to disintegrate.
Disintegrate? No, Doctor. Where the flagon had stood, we found a pile of granulated glass. The flagon had completely crystallized.
Oh, but even so, Wait. Of course.
Of course.
By some means, a critical...
Exactly.
A critical...
The formula for the glass that I obtained from the glassworks indicated the possibility.
Would you gentlemen mind telling us what this is all about?
Mr. Dollar, I believe Leon has found the answer.
Well, if he has, I'll take back a lot of the things I've said and thought about him.
Of course, we can't be sure until we proved it.
It means waiting until morning.
Oh, great.
Meantime, we have a lot of work to do.
We spent most of the night working like dogs, swabbing out the vault with a powerful neutralizing solution. Then, early in the morning, the four of us gathered in the vault. A flagon like the first one was placed on the marble slab in the middle of the floor. We sat around and waited. A long time. Then I noticed something. The rays of the sun, coming through one of the tiny, thick windows. The light was focused, as though through a magnifying glass. Slowly, the powerful searing pinpoint of light worked its way over to the flagon. Dr. Alworth rose and held a piece of paper where the rays converged. It burst into flame.
There! Now you can see the tremendous heat generated at this point.
Yes, and on the flagon itself.
Exactly. The tempered thick glass wall of the bottle, tempered perhaps to a highly critical degree.
But to crystallize, Doctor, the way the other one did?
Leon, I still don't believe it.
Well, many things will cause glass to crystallize. Vibrations of many kinds. You've heard, I'm sure, of the tenor who shatters a goblet by the power, the vibrations of his voice.
But light vibrations? Oh, Doctor.
Of course, it should have occurred by now.
If it's going to at all.
Oh, the temperature of that bottle must be terrific. The pressure building up in the glass itself. I don't understand. Still, the angle of the sun is slightly different each day.
Or an imperceptible flaw in the one that exploded.
Oh, sure.
Well, perhaps the other had some outside stimulus to act as a trigger. A sudden draft, perhaps. Oh, any little thing.
Excuses, Leon. You're stalling. You said the other bottle was in here alone. The door's closed, only it wasn't because you exploded that thing. I don't know how, but you did it. And if that isn't sabotage...
God.
Come on, Johnny. This gag has been carried far enough.
Look!
I saw it, too. A tiny moth, attracted by the blazing spot of light on the side of the flagon, where the focus rays of the sun converged. The moth circled, flew past it, almost brushing it with his wings. We waited. He circled again. Again. Then dove at it. Well, Todd.
Yes. Leon, I apologize.
Yeah. A tiny moth triggered the reaction that disintegrated, that crystallized that bottle into a million tiny grains like sand. And simply because of the difference in temperature of his little body. Seems impossible, but it happened. Expense account total, including the trip back to Hartford, $204 even. Remarks? Pay up this claim in a hurry, will you? The more help we can give to people like Dr. Alworth and Leon Salkoff, the better. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment. Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, well, I thought my job in Florida was all done. Far from it. It had just begun. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote today's story. Heard in our cast were Vic Perrin, Herb Ellis, Paul Richards, Lou Merrill, and Leon Velasco. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Johnny, this is Vincent Price. I'm calling from Hollywood.
Oh, sure. My name's Shirley Temple. Now, who is it and what? Really, Vincent Price?
Do I sound like Mickey Rooney?
Well, no. But now, tell me, Mr. Price.
Now, look, the name is Vincent.
Okay, Vincent. What can I do for you?
Johnny, I have a little problem in connection with one of my paintings insured for $100,000.
$100,000? You call that a little problem?
This painting has suddenly disappeared.
Oh, I see. What's the insurance company?
State Mutual.
Oh, well, they have a small branch office right there in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I know, but Bert Parker, the man who sold me the policy and should take care of this matter, well, every time I've called him, he's been out. And I learned just this morning that nobody knows where he is.
Okay, Vincent, I'll grab the first plane.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the State Mutual Insurance Company, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Price of Fame matter. Expense account item 1, $178.50, plane fare and incidentals, Hartford to Los Angeles. By the time the big silver Constellation made its landing at the international airport, it finally dawned on me that I hadn't arranged with Vincent Price about where and how and what time I'd meet him. But as I picked up my luggage, I discovered a hungry-looking crowd of autograph hounds milling about the tall, gracious man I was looking for.
Oh, sure. I'm glad to. Look, but just one at a time, will you please? I can't very well. All right, there you are. Now I have to meet a friend.
Gee, just one more, please. Huh, Mr. Price?
All right, if you insist. Here. Best wishes from T. Willie Rocking Horse.
Huh?
How are you, Johnny?
Oh, great, but I didn't expect...
Johnny who? You mean to say you folks don't recognize Johnny Dollar?
Oh, no, wait a minute.
Attaboy, Johnny. Give 'em all. I'll wait for you in my car. It's right over here at the curb.
Yeah, but look, will you? Hey.
Right here, Mr. Price.
No, you don't. I'm nobody. Please. By the time I got away from that mob, I felt as though I'd been run through a ringer. But we finally took off in Vincent's car and drove to his beautiful home up in one of the canyons west of Beverly Hills. Nestled among the trees with spacious lawns and well-kept gardens, it's furnished in the most excellent taste. I'm no expert, but to say that I was impressed by the extraordinary works of art in that home would be the understatement of the week. Engravings, prints, fine sculptures, but most of all, paintings. And even to my unpracticed eye, all of them were, well, magnificent.
Here's a little thing I picked up in London, Johnny. It's called The Old Man in Red by Goya.
Wow. Yeah, I thought original oils by him were found only in the big museum.
Well, I've been pretty lucky in getting hold of some of these.
Yeah, you've known what you were doing, too.
You like this one? It's called Fright. It was painted by Kenneth McManus.
Uh-huh. Beautiful. Beautiful. Like all the rest of them.
Thanks. How about this one here at the end?
Night Wind? Why, I'm sorry, Vincent. I can't make out that name. You don't have this one lighted like the rest.
No, that's to maintain its somber mood, Johnny.
Oh.
And that's what made it possible for the substitution of this copy to go undetected.
That's a copy?
Yeah, and that's my problem. The $100,000 Night Wind by Jean-Baptiste has been stolen. This was left in its place.
Oh, I see.
It's not a bad copy, probably worth a couple of $100, but it's hardly a genuine Baptiste.
Well, when did you discover this substitution, Vincent?
When I returned from a lecture tour early last week.
Oh, that's right. You've been traveling all over the country lecturing on art,
Well,
haven't
let's
you?
call it talking about art, huh?
Tell me, have you notified the police about this?
I suppose I should have. Well, I felt that was Bert Parker's job.
And you haven't been able to reach him over at 4th State Mutual?
As I told you on the phone, he hasn't been in his office for some time.
Vincent, have you any theories about who might have done this?
Yes, I'm afraid I have.
Why do you say it that way?
Very few people knew I'd gotten hold of this Baptiste, only some close friends and a couple of art experts.
So?
And the place was not broken into during the time I was away. Of that I'm sure.
Well, go on.
Well, the family and servants kept very close track of anyone who entered the house while I was gone.
You have a list?
Yes, I do have a list. Here.
Good. Alfred R. Hawkinson.
That's an electrician who came to do some wiring. He wouldn't know a Rembrandt from a Mickey Mouse.
Ann M.
A
Schumann.
music teacher, loves music, hates paintings.
What about delivery boys, people like that?
They never get beyond the back door. Go on, read on. That next one is Ben, the gardener. You can forget about him.
And Bert L. Huh?
Yeah, Bert Parker. He was here twice.
What for?
Well, ostensibly to check on some of the paintings he'd insured. The first time, on the 11th, Mrs. Price was with him while he poked around. On the 15th, she had to leave to keep an appointment. And just when he left the house, nobody seems to know.
Oh, brother. Are you thinking the same thing I am?
Now, look, Johnny, I haven't known Bert very long, and, well, he seemed like such a harmless little old fuddy-duddy. As for his knowledge of art...
Yeah, I wondered about that.
Well, he was perfectly satisfied to take my evaluation on the 2 or 3 things he'd insured. So, well, Johnny, I may be all wrong.
Vincent, a thing like this may only happen once in 1,000 years. In any event, the company will certainly make good your loss.
Well, with a work of art, it isn't really the money that counts. And, Johnny, listen. Look, I may have jumped to a completely unjustified conclusion about Bert Parker.
Oh, yeah? Sure. Well, let's go down to his office and see.
We'll return to Johnny Dollar and the Price of Fame matter. That's Vincent Price in just a moment. And now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Price of Fame matter.
A priceless original oil painting, stolen from the home of Vincent Price, famous radio and picture star. One of the few people who'd had the opportunity was the man who'd sold him the insurance on it, Bert Parker. Together, we went to Parker's office at 4th State Mutual in downtown Los Angeles.
It was on the 16th that Mr. Parker phoned in to say he wasn't feeling very good and wouldn't be in for a day or two.
Hey, it was on the 15th that he was at your house, Vincent.
Yes, that's over 2 weeks ago.
And you haven't heard from him since, Miss Pritt?
No, Mr. Dollar. We've tried calling his apartment, but since there hasn't been anything really pressing here at the office...
What's the address of his apartment, please?
Well, it's out in Westwood, 1308 Pandora Avenue.
Look, Vincent, I'm going out there. I'll call you if I find...
You're going to need transportation, aren't you, Johnny?
By the highest price chauffeur in the country? Sure, why not?
Oh, before you go, Mr. Price, I wonder if... if I could have your autograph.
Well, why didn't you get Johnny Dollars, Miss Pritt? He loves to give them.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no. No, you don't, Vincent. Let's go. It took a little persuading, but the landlord at Bert's apartment finally let us into his 4-room suite. It was empty, except for a few old clothes, and it was obvious that he'd packed and left in a hurry. I rummaged around in the closets, tables, bureau, for a clue as to where he might have gone, and came up with nothing.
You give up, Johnny?
Yeah, Vincent, I'm afraid so.
I poked around that desk some more after you'd finished with it and found this wedged in behind a drawer.
Oh? Travel folder. Paris.
Yeah, it looks real fresh, too.
Minor Travel Agency, Beverly Hills.
Well, what do you think?
Pretty much of a long shot, Vincent.
But they do pay off sometimes, don't they?
Planned the trip for myself, yes, sir. First class all the way.
What was the departure date, Mr. Miner?
16th, first class, straight to Paris.
Oh, brother. Paris is a pretty big place.
Did you make any arrangements for him for after he got there?
Only for when he arrived. Reservation at the Louvois.
What?
The hotel, Louvois.
The Louvois, perhaps.
That's what I said. First class, too. Said he wanted something not too far from the Montmartre.
Montmartre, if you don't mind.
That's what I said, yes. Now, can I fix you gentlemen up with some plane reservations, too?
Well, suppose you give me the same flight he took, and I'll stop at the same hotel when I get there.
Hey, wait a minute, Johnny. You're not going to leave me out of this.
Well, look, I'm still playing a long shot, Vincent, a very long one.
What's the difference?
Also, I don't know if my expense account will get by the home office.
Expense account, forget it. I'm having a ball. Mr. Miner, start making those reservations.
Expense account item 2, $984 for the plane to Paris. Well, it turned out to be the most interesting flight I've ever made because of the company of Vincent Price. An amazing conversationalist. He could talk about anything, including art. And he has a tremendous sense of humor. So, as he put it, we had a ball from the time we took off in L.A. till the time we set down in Le Bourget. Item 3, 5:20 American, taxi into the Hotel Louvois, where the manager was, somewhat helpful.
Oh, mais oui. The Monsieur Parker leave us but only 2 days ago, after some slight misunderstanding about l'addition, the deal.
Yeah, you mean he was running out of money?
Monsieur, I did not say that.
But that's what you meant, isn't it?
You know where he spent his time around here?
But of course, his business, he say, took him constantly to Montmartre.
Where in Montmartre?
Who is to know?
Oh, that's like saying somewhere in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn? Perhaps you know my cousin.
Johnny,
he was...
Johnny, I just got an idea.
Shoot.
Works of art, even very good ones, are sometimes sold in rather unorthodox ways. They go through some rather strange hands. They're not always sold over the counter, so to speak, by reputable dealers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but how to contact the kind of people who might... You got any ideas?
Why don't you just go on up to our suite and sit tight for a while, I'll see what I can dig up.
You are keeping something from me, Vincent.
Mm-hmm. But, Johnny, there are some things even funk keeps from Wagnalls. I'll see you later.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the price of fame matter.
All of gay, romantic Paris just outside the door, and time on my hands. So what did I do? Took Vincent Price's advice, went back to my room at the Hotel Louvois, and waited. 2, 3, 4 hours. Finally, shortly after 8 p.m., Vincent came in bearing a couple of packages.
Sorry to have made you wait, Johnny, but I think I'm on the trail of something.
Looks to me like you've been on a shopping spree.
Props, Johnny, for you.
Have you found out where Bert Parker is?
No, but I think you will. Here, try this on.
Huh? What's this all about? A 10-gallon hat?
Yeah, I had to guess at your size.
Where in Paris did you find this?
Try it on.
Oh, what do you... Holy... What am I supposed to be, a refugee from Texas?
Exactly. You made it in oil wells. Your name is Matthew.
Huh?
You're over here to see the sights, all the wild nightlife you've heard about, the Folie Bergère, Rue Blondel, Place Pigalle. Here, try on this shirt.
Oh, brother. Look, I don't know what this is all about, but hadn't we better get something to eat?
Try it on.
If you don't take me to one of the world-famous restaurants in this town...
Maybe tomorrow.
Huh?
Yeah, that's good. That shirt's going to be all right.
What do you mean, tomorrow?
Here, now, stick this genuine simulated imitation diamond-type stick pin in the front. Wait a minute, I'll do it for you.
Yeah, what the sand...
There you are, and with this big hunk of glass on your finger. There, now, look at you.
Oh, you look. I'm hungry.
Well, maybe you'll even get food where you're going.
Now, where do you think I'm going in this rig?
To a little joint on the Rue Blondel called the Bal Macabre.
Now, what am I supposed to do there, if I go there?
Sit around. Look prosperous. And see what happens.
Oh, Vincent.
Remember, you made it in oil. Millions.
Yeah, but Vincent...
Also, you're interested in art, and your name is Matthew.
Look, will you...
On your way, Johnny. The taxi that's waiting for you out front knows exactly where to take you.
The Bal Macabre was really a joint. It was dirty, and the people packed like sardines in it were dirty, too. Characters who made a business of being characters. And everybody screamed at everybody else. Except, that is, for the wormy little man who sidled up to the postage stamp-sized table on which my glass and a bottle of wine were balanced.
Pardon. You are Mr. Matthews, are you not?
That's right.
From Texas? No?
Yes, sir, partner. The great and glorious state of Texas. Sit down and pour yourself a glass of this here red ale. Who are you?
They call me La Chagrin.
What's that mean?
Well, they're what you call the gray cat.
Hey, that's cuter than the name of my old friend Coyote Bill.
Well, do you enjoy the Paris nightlife?
You know something? I'm getting fed up with it. Yeah, I think I'll just buy me a couple of nice pictures and go on back home.
What kind of pictures, monsieur?
Well, good ones. Oil pictures. Like that Mona Lisa I've seen at the Louvre. You know, good ones, I mean.
Or like a Jean-Baptiste, perhaps?
You mean you know where a man could get a hold of a genuine one of them?
Well, for a price, of course.
Well, listen, I got money and I'll spend it. Well, I offered them $500,000 for that Mona Lisa, but they turned me down. But if I could get a hold of a genuine Baptiste, well, partner, you just name the price.
Oh, well, I make no promises, mon ami. But I do have a friend. And for a slight consideration...
Name your price and take me to it.
I will be waiting for you at the corner with the taxi. That is what you call okay?
Okay.
I shall be waiting.
I'll be there, partner. You bet I will. And I'd certainly like to know how Vincent set this up. The taxi dropped us off at one of the most disreputable-looking apartments in the whole of Paris. My friend, who called himself the Gray Cat, looked carefully around before entering the front door. Then we climbed 4 flights of a dark, musty stairway.
No, remember, my friend, you are not to pay the price he asks at first. If you like, I will make the arrangements for you.
Now, that would be right friendly of you, partner. But how will you come out on this?
Well, all I ask, monsieur, is 10% of what you pay.
And maybe a little extra from him for bringing me up here?
Oh, monsieur.
Oh, now, don't give me that, partner. I've been around. I'm wise to how you fellas operate. But if I can get a hold of a real, genuine Baptiste...
You will see.
Yes? Who is it?
I have brought a friend, Monsieur Matthews from Texas.
Yes?
Yes, he would like to buy The Night Wind by Baptiste.
That is, if it's genuine.
Genuine? Of course it's genuine. There, on the table. Can't you see for yourself that it's the original? Oh, no.
Well, Bert Parker.
Johnny Dollar.
That's right. Insurance investigator.
Investigate you? Oh, I've just remembered somebody is waiting for me.
That's right, I am.
Mr. Price. Oh, no.
Well, pardon, Monsieur Price, but I must go.
Without your fee for taking care of Mr. Dollar?
Listen, both of you, please. I'll give you back the painting. I'll do anything you ask.
Oh, drop dead.
Oh, dear. Dear.
Well, Vincent, there it is.
Yep.
And it looks like the company has saved a cool $100,000.
I have a confession to make about that, Johnny.
Yeah, like how you happened to know the way to the painting through that squirmy little fellow who brought me here.
Oh, well, that's how I got hold of the Baptiste in the first place. It's a lovely thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is.
And, Johnny, it is worth $100,000.
Oh, I'm sure.
But the truth of the matter is I paid only $300 for it.
You paid? Oh, no.
It's a fact.
Well, you've got it back, thanks to your own efforts.
Thanks to your being the front man. If I'd tried to get it back myself, these people would have run like scared rats.
Oh, sure. Just tell me one thing, will you? Why aren't you an insurance investigator?
Well, you know, it's every man to his own. Well, after all, why aren't you an actor?
Let's get out of here. Disposition of Bert Parker? Well, that's entirely up to the company. Vincent, now that he has the painting back, doesn't care one way or the other. However, from the company's standpoint, well, it's not the kind of black eye that's good for you. Expense account total, including incidentals and transportation back to the States, $2,341. Remarks? Well, to Vincent Price, my eternal thanks. Not only for the help on this case, but most of all because it's given me a chance to really know him. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment. Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, the heart of sunny southern Jersey, and a case that took a very sudden, very strange twist. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote today's story. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Junius Matthews, Tony Barrett, Forrest Lewis, Howard McNear, and of course our special guest, Vincent Price. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
Johnny Dollar.
Pat McCracken, Johnny. How's the weather in Palm Springs?
A blonde in a bikini just melted past my poolside window. Goodbye now.
Oh, don't hang up. Johnny, this job's just a few miles north of where you are. It'll take maybe a day to clear it up.
Yeah, you said that last Christmas, Pat, and I got trapped in a blizzard. This season, I soak in the sun. Happy New Year.
John boy, we have a bonus list in this office. Your name could be on it.
Near where I am, huh?
It's a ghost town named Calico. An old prospector named Kringle is breathing his last up there.
I thought old prospectors never died.
He wants to change the beneficiary on his $50,000 policy, but a nephew, Ned Kringle, threatens suit if we let him. So you contact our agent, Gene Craig, in Barstow.
Who's the new beneficiary?
Carmen Kringle.
Carmen?
A borough.
A borough?
Yeah. If I don't hear from you, Johnny, Merry Christmas.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Home Office, Universal Adjustment Bureau, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Carmen Kringle matter. Expense account item 1, $1.40. Telegram to Gene Craig in Barstow telling him where and when to meet me. Item 2, $50 even to Al Sterner for his charter plane to the ghost town of Calico. The guidebook says there's something about desert country that's good for the soul. And in spite of the air bumps, I got a panoramic view of the Great Mojave that took my breath away. The sun's setting rays hit the weird mineral stratas of the Calico Range and turned them into a patchwork of beauty. Night comes quickly in this country, and I turned to Al when a Christmas tree cluster of blinking lights appeared under our wings. By way of answer, he put the plane into a glide and set us down on the smooth surface of a dry lake bed.
Johnny, you want me to wait around till your friend shows up?
No, thanks. Well, there seems to be plenty of company.
That's just an old coyote. Don't stand too long or you'll freeze to the spot.
Okay.
Good luck. Call me when you want to be picked up.
I watched Al's plane until it was swallowed by the darkness. Then suddenly I got that feeling in the hair on the back of my neck that I wasn't alone. The moon was up enough to make out shadows, and silhouetted in a circle around me was a strange collection of figures. One of the pack moved toward me, and for a crazy second, I thought I bumped into Santa Claus's reindeer. Then a car without lights came rushing at me. The headlights slammed on, and I got a glimpse of a donkey herd scattering into the night.
All right, mister. Walk toward me. Slow, with your hands high.
I've learned never to argue with a Winchester 94, so I followed orders. I spotted the weaving headlamps of another car approaching and prayed it was the agent, Gene Craig.
Close enough, Sonny. I can pop the rattlers off a sidewind at 60 yards, so don't you make no sudden move.
He was maybe 60 with gray sideburns and a frosty goatee. A marshal's badge was pinned to his leather jacket.
All right, now, mister.
Marshal, it's all right. That's Mr. Dollar.
Huh?
I was supposed to meet him earlier. I'm awfully sorry, Mr. Dollar. I'm Jean Craig.
Huh?
I couldn't get here until I drove Doc Spangler up to Chris. He's had another setback, Marshal.
Yeah, some darn fool let down a rail on his corral, and Chris Kringle's whole herd got loose. He don't give a chuck for most of them, though, except Carmen. Now he's fretting because she's running wild. Almost had him tracked down when this here fella showed up. You vouch for him, huh, Gene?
You are Johnny Dollar, aren't you?
Well, a frozen facsimile.
Come on, I'll drive you into Calico.
You tell Chris that I'll have his Carmen back in the corral before the moon's full. And, Gene.
Yeah, Marshal.
Tell the old sourdough to stay alive, will you? We need him around here. Sorry about mistaking you, Mr. Dollar.
Jean Craig, with a J, knew her way around. She was strictly business and filled me in fast on the old prospector with the odd name and his desire to change the beneficiary of his policy.
Everybody calls him Chris because every year he loads up his burros with toys and presents for the miners and their families back in the hills. The kids really think he is Santa Claus. I'm afraid it won't be a very merry one for them this year.
Well, what makes everyone so sure Chris Kringle is giving up the ghost?
Doc Spangler says there's nothing apparently wrong with him. It's more like he's given up.
Oh, what's with this Scrooge character, the nephew?
Ned Kringle seems all right. It's the man with him, Willie D'Agostino. He does the talking for Ned. You'd think he was going to inherit the money.
Well, maybe he's expecting to. You know, you're making a good case for Carmen.
Hannah Burr will be a beneficiary, Johnny.
Chris can leave it to a three-masted schooner if he wants, providing a trust is set up.
Could the people of Calico be that trust if they promise to take care of Carmen?
Yeah, I guess so. Why?
That's the way Chris wants it. That way there'll always be a Christmas in Calico.
What happens when Carmen goes to donkey heaven? Or is it burros that never die?
There'll always be burros in Calico, Johnny. And one of them could always be named Carmen.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Carmen Kringle matter.
Well, here we are, Johnny. Calico, once the richest silver city in the West.
It was unbelievable. Like seeing a page from the past. Walter Knott, famed creator of Knott's Berry Farm and Western historian, had bought the old ghost town's battered remnants and restored it to the way it must have appeared in the wild and fevered days of the Silver Lode. I could make out signs nailed to weathered batten boards that told of a flourishing and colorful past. Joe's Saloon, The Last Chance, Hyena House Hotel,
Lane's Mercantile. The Calico Prince. High on a hill at the edge of town, people were gathered at the entrance to a cave that was illuminated by hundreds of miners' lamps.
Kind of gets you, huh?
Almost like it was planned.
They're rehearsing for the Christmas Eve pageant. Maybe you can spend Christmas Eve with us, Johnny, if you don't have other plans.
I have a day with a steam-heated swimming pool.
What?
Come on. Let's meet the old man. Expense account item 3, $100 for a quart of perfume or a mink scarf, anything to wipe the hurt look off of Jean Craig's face. She led me up the steps to the rickety porch of Chris Kringle's wooden shack. A tall figure carrying a black bag stepped toward us out of the shadows.
Jeannie, I'm glad to see you. Will you drive me back to town?
Why, certainly, Doc. Oh, this is Mr. Dollar.
Hi, son.
Hi.
Chris, is he still all right?
I couldn't say. Been sitting out here waiting for you.
You haven't seen the patient?
The medical man knows the duty and all that, but I'm too old to talk back to a gun.
They wouldn't let you in?
Tired of it.
Well, I'm not a medical man.
Oh, please be careful, Johnny.
I told you, Stallbone, stay away and leave the old man to...
Well, if it ain't little Jeannie, the policy fixer. And who are you, mister?
Willie D'Agostino. This is Johnny Dollar. He's from the insurance company to see about changing the policy.
Who is it, Wooly? Who are you talking
Relax,
will you, and let him give us some tourist directions back to Barstow. There'll be no policy changing at this late date, mister. Ned Kringle is very bereaved at the imminence of his uncle's demise. Just family admitted at this sad hour, so mosey along, folks. I'll leave the young man to his grave. Your foot is in the door, mister. I don't like your foot, and I don't like you.
His hand moved to his shoulder holster, but Jean was standing right beside me. It was Doc who suddenly shouldered past D'Agostino and fled up the stairs that gave him my chance. I kicked the door wide. Threw him off balance. I shoved Jeannie aside, and that was a mistake because a million Christmas tree lights blazed up in my skull. Then slowly the tree lights faded away, and I saw Jeannie fussing over me and looking worried. A young, nice-looking fellow was seated next to a marble-top table. D'Agostino leaned against the stone fireplace and dangled his gun, smiling like he had a stacked deck.
He's all right, Doc?
A nasty cut, but no fracture.
I know how to pull my punches, Doc.
The old man. How is he?
No better, no worse. Just lying up there staring at the ceiling.
I want to see Chris. I have a right to, Ned. I'm an old friend.
Wooly, wouldn't it be okay if Jean just went up?
No,
let him die in peace. He's past carrot hoe season.
Wooly, these people have a right.
I said no. I'll get a hero boy in his feet and shove off. Go on.
Come on, Johnny. Help me, Doc.
How's it going to feel, Ned? Sharing blood money with a hoodlum. Your uncle paid for that policy with a pick and a shovel. It took a lot of years, a lot of sweat. And he's had your name on that policy ever since you were born.
Old man Kringle never saw pay dirt in his life. Ned had given money to live on, paid the premiums on his policy. Chris was always tapping the kid, claiming he had a new find. He was going to mine $1 million.
Boy, shut up.
The old man's dying. Tell him, Ned. Tell him how the old phony was always taking the bows, making like Santa Claus with the money you give him.
Willie, haven't you got a...
Tell him who owed you the money! I know he's been waiting a long time for this. Me. Willie D'Agostino, that's who.
Is that true, Ned?
Yeah. I thought my uncle would make a strike someday. I honestly thought he'd strike it rich. I know he tried.
He did strike it rich, Ned. When he dies, every man, woman, and child in this town will mourn him. He'll live in their hearts. What will people remember about you, Mr. D'Agostino?
All right, get out, and stay out before I... Willie, this rifle will make a hole in your belly big enough to pass a borax team through. So you just drop that gun. Well, I don't know what the shouting's about, but you're guilty of carrying sidearms. You're threatening violence, Mr. D'Agostino. And ain't nobody does that in Calico, long as I'm the marshal. Now, you better get.
Ed Noller, I love you.
So let Gladys hear that.
Well, I'll see how Chris is.
Doc, you tell the old buzzard that I got his Carmen back in the corral. Jingle bells and all.
Yeah, nice work, Ed.
Now, what's holding you, mister? Okay. All right, let's go, Ned. Let the squares have a round, huh?
I'm going to stay here, Willie. I want to be here when Chris...
Hey, that's a good idea. That way, no fooling around with the will, huh? Smart kid, that Ned. See you at the funeral, huh?
I'll go up now.
You were wonderful, Marshal. And you too, Johnny.
Oh, yeah, sure. I take a nice sock on the head.
Say, you folks better come up, too. Chris wants to say something.
Oh, wait a second. I figured on this. Corral, come on. D'Agostino must have had another gun in his car. One of the bullets had found the mark he intended. Willie Boy wasn't taking any chances that Carmen Kringle would inherit $50,000. We found the burro lying on her side, quite dead. Jingle bells and all.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. Oh, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Carmen Kringle matter.
Oh, Marshal. Johnny, how could he have been so cruel? Carmen dead. It's just not right.
Yeah, I figured D'Agostino might be mean enough to try killing Chris's pet burro.
We can't tell him about it. It would kill him for sure.
You'll have to know the truth, Gene. You'll have to decide about the will.
Yeah, truth is always the best. And easy this time.
Easy?
Huh? Yeah. I'll just take these bells off of this poor little feller, and I'll put them where they belong. Carmen? What? Carmen, mosey over here now.
Well, you pulled a switch. You put these bells on another book.
Yeah. I didn't trust that greasy character, and I was right. And nice girl, Carmen.
Oh, I'll be.
Now, you folks going up and see old Chris. I'll keep an eye on this here $50,000 jackass. That's the way it's going to be, ain't it, Johnny?
Yes, sir. That's the way it's going to be. But I was wrong. The roly-poly little old man on the four-poster bed with his white whiskers resting on the quilt changed his mind again. Even after hearing about how the marshal saved Carmen.
I wasn't going to scratch Ned's name off of that insurance, Mr. Dollar. I tried to shake that D'Agostino, figuring he'd take his hooks off of Ned if he thought my Carmen was going to get the money. Oh, I was scared for a while that I just might have to up and die to square my nephew's gambling debts.
I'm sorry, Chris. I'll work my fingers raw paying every cent I owe, but I'll pay him back with interest. I want you around.
Okay, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah, Chris.
Lift the lid on that footlocker and fetch me one of them bags in there. They're pretty heavy, but you look strong.
Well, they're sure heavy enough. You got them stuffed with silver?
It's better than silver. Open it up there. Yeah, that's it. Yes, you recognize the dot? Yeah. Maybe you'd better have a good sleep, Chris. This here's plain old gravel. Oh, plain gravel. It's uranium, Doc. Huh? The last batch assayed at $900 a ton. And I got a mountain of it staked out. In both our names, Ned. You don't care. Why, Chris? Mr. Dollar, if you and Jeannie check with the Barstow Bank, you'll find that they'll extend credit on the strength of that assay. You reckon you can spend 2 days buying enough presents so as we won't disappoint the folks hereabouts?
Expense account item 4, $68 even. Telephone calls to 5 principal cities where I thought Willie D'Agostino might be remembered. The police departments had a long list of reasons why they remembered Willie. That was my Christmas present to them. Expense account item 5, another $50. Truck rental to haul the presents we bought for Ned to give away come Christmas morning. And then it was Christmas Eve. We sat on the Kringles' porch and watched the procession up to the Maggie mine. the flickering lights from the miners' lamps reflecting on the faces of the happy children. Old Chris was bundled up in blankets, his little eyes twinkling, chuckling to himself like he knew all the answers to the universe. Jean was there, too.
Kind of nice. Isn't it, Johnny?
Kind of nice. Marshal Ed Noller was one of the wise men in the procession. I recognized the sideburns. And Doc Spangler couldn't hide his height. Oh, he wore an awful beard. Ned Kringle led the burro that carried the Blessed Mother. Yeah, you guessed it. The burro was Carmen Kringle. Expense account total, including return to Palm Springs and incidentals, $229.75. But forget it, Pat. This is the best holiday I ever had. And I was only cold at the start. From all of us to all of you, may this be your very merriest Christmas ever. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as...
Johnny Dollar.
Bob Redden, Johnny.
Oh, yeah, Bob. What's this? You checking to see if I'm stalling on your case?
Oh, nothing like that, Johnny.
Well, in a way, I am. I traced one of the beneficiaries to Chicago, and I've been waiting all morning for a wire on it.
We want you to drop the case.
What? You capitulating?
This is a bad week for Great Eastern. We want you to take another one. We carry a theft policy on a West Coast loan company. 3 of the branches in San Francisco were just robbed.
Uh-oh. When?
Just a matter of hours ago.
You mean all of them?
Yeah, all this morning. There was one other that wasn't ours. I got a phone call. I haven't even figured the loss yet, but it'll be way up. We'd like you to get right on it.
Sure, Bob. I'll get a plane this evening.
Edmund O'Brien in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Great Eastern Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Porter Coal matter. Expense account item 1, $180 airfare and incidentals between Hartford and San Francisco, California. At 11, after I'd found a hotel room and breakfast, I cabbed to police headquarters, where I was shown to robbery detail and the office of a harried Lieutenant Clark.
I'm not making excuses. They put us off balance, that's all. We got the call from the place on Market Street at 9:15 yesterday morning, just a few minutes after they'd opened. While we were down there, the call came in from the Mission District. Same loan company, different branch. Then, not 40 minutes later, the other company was hit.
Quite an operation. They hit the fourth one at 5 minutes of 11.
I tell you, we had more officers on the streets than there were civilians. There hasn't been as much confusion since the quake and fire of 1906. And look here.
This is your list of witnesses?
Yeah. You can see only about 35 out of the 53 names were employees of these loan companies. They're the ones we're sure saw this bunch.
What do they give you?
You know how it goes. You have to make a sort of composite of the statements. Seems this bunch would come in, from 8 to 10 of them, all armed. 2 would take care of any customers that happened to be in the waiting room, kick them to the floor face down, and the rest would cover the office force and knock over the cashier.
What kind of disguises?
And some say none. Others think they saw makeup. Stage makeup, you know, lines and the stuff to change the shape of the nose and so on. I'll go along with that.
Yeah, there'd be some kind of disguise.
What I got on the rest of their physical descriptions doesn't exactly hurt, but it doesn't help any either.
Not even ages? What about voices?
Only one did the talking in a high voice. Falsetto, not a woman.
Pretty well planned job, wasn't it?
4 in the space of 2 hours for $47,000? I'd say it was well planned. No prints, nobody spotted any cars, but they must have used at least 2, probably with a driver for each.
What did the rest of these witnesses see?
Oh, some of them are crank. Some of them claim they saw the bunch come out of the buildings but didn't think anything about it until the news began to break on the robberies and so on. You know witnesses.
I'm beginning to wish they'd sent another boy from Hartford.
I wish I'd stayed in homicide. With the killing, you've at least got a stiff to work from. Yes?
Did your friend support a call or to talk to you?
No, I don't want to talk to him. Tell him I'm grilling a hot suspect in Daly City. What a comedian.
Who's that?
The manager of that outfit you're interested in. Wants to know if I'm doing anything. The Port of Call Loan Company.
That's a great name.
Do you know what their motto is?
Yeah, I saw it.
When financial seas are troubled, make us your port of call. Now tell me, what self-respecting grifter could pass up an invitation like that?
San Francisco is a city of bridges with few other exits. All of these had been covered in less than an hour after the first robbery report had been phoned in. To double-check, the adjoining counties had been alerted and was swarming with men. San Francisco itself was being combed for known criminals. That left little for me to do but hang around robbery detail and wait for developments. Lieutenant Clark had been on the phone for half the afternoon, and I was in his office at 5 when it rang again.
Yes? Oh, how are you, Bruce? Well, I could use something. What is it? How would that fit? Oh. Good, I do. Well, thanks a lot, Bruce. Well, it'll be a change of scenery anyway.
Something up?
That was missing persons. A woman reported her husband missing since sometime yesterday. It's a cab driver.
That's a possibility, isn't it?
I never gave it a thought. Why is it you always connect private cars to jobs like this?
Well, it's natural to pass up cabs. They're usually a close check kept on them.
Well, we'll see. She's on her way down. I'd like to have you see her, too.
Yeah, sure.
This is Mrs. Geyer, Lieutenant Clark. I've gotten her report and told her you wanted to talk to her.
Oh, good. Thanks, Bruce.
What do you want to talk to me for? Joe hasn't done nothing wrong, has he?
Not that we know of, Mrs. Geyer.
He wouldn't do nothing wrong. He never has. Who are you?
I'm not a policeman, if that's what you mean, Mrs. Geyer.
What are you doing here? I don't understand this.
Well, I'm interested in another case that Lieutenant Clark is working on. Do you think something happened to your husband? That he had an accident in his cab? Something like that?
He didn't have an accident. His company would have known.
What company's that?
Peerless. It's a new one.
Didn't they know he was missing?
How would they know?
Doesn't he check his cab in with the company?
No, it don't work that way. He owes his old cab. Just an agreement about money and gas and a license, and that I don't understand it because Joe never talks about business. Why are you asking me these questions?
Don't you read the papers, Mrs. Geyer?
No, I don't have time with 3 kids and a roomer to take care of. What if I did read them? Does it say they found Joe dead someplace?
Nothing like that, Mrs. Geyer. I'm sorry I mentioned it.
What do they say? I got a right to know. I'll buy a paper for the streetcar on the way home anyway.
There were 4 robberies yesterday, big ones. None of the witnesses saw the cars the men got away in. Maybe they wouldn't notice a taxi.
Are you saying you think Joe was in on it?
Not necessarily, no.
Police have to ask questions like that, Mrs. Geyer.
He wouldn't do nothing wrong like that. Even if he did, I'd know about it. And then do you think I'd come down here like this?
Of course not.
Doesn't your husband ever stay away from home this long?
No, not without calling me from someplace. That's why I got to worrying and never called at all yesterday.
What time did he leave yesterday morning?
I told the other cop that.
Why don't you tell us?
It was right before 8.
I think Mrs. Geyer can go now, don't you, Mr. Dollar?
I think she should. Go home and don't worry, Mrs. Geyer. We'll find your husband.
He's got to come back. I don't know how I'll manage with the kids if he don't.
We'll find them. You know the way out, don't you?
Yeah, this way?
That's right. Then down the corridor.
What do you think?
I don't know. That's why I had to try the robberies out on her. She could have been here to put the finger on the husband who double-crossed her. She seemed to be sure he hadn't had an accident.
Yeah, that's right.
There must be a reason all those witnesses didn't see a private car.
That figures, too.
I'll put a tail on her right now.
A phone call to the Peerless Cab Company got the number and description of Joe Guy's cab, and a police tracer was put out on that. I think the harried lieutenant beamed a little too graciously when I asked permission to check the other Peerless drivers myself. But I did, 75 of them. Only one hadn't been heard from in the past 28 or 9 hours. Paul Landini, with an address on Turk Street, an apartment house whose manager boarded some of the tenants, among them Landini.
Who knows about Paul ever? He wasn't here for the meal last night, but what is that?
Does he live alone here?
Yes.
I take it you mean he was off and away from home at dinner time.
He had personality. He often goes someplace else to eat.
Do you know if he came home at all last night?
My tenants live their own lives. I don't run a girls' school here.
Would you show me his apartment?
Why should I?
I told you it might be very important.
You didn't tell me what you mean.
He might even be dead.
Oh, not Paul. Why do you want to look in his apartment?
I don't expect to find him there, but there's a chance of finding something else.
What?
I don't know. I told you this was police business. You want to cooperate or don't you?
Oh, sure I do. I'll take you up.
I didn't find even a trace of a lead in Landini's apartment. Lieutenant Clark, when I talked to him, had the same report to make on his tale of Mrs. Joe Gaia. By then, it was time to have a late dinner and go to bed, which is what I did. The next morning, the two missing drivers and their cabs still had not been found. The police report on Mrs. Gaia hadn't offered anything. The $47,000 in stolen funds could have been that many miles away from San Francisco. Through the morning and early afternoon, a dozen general suspects were questioned and released. And then, sometime after 3, the body of a man was found floating in a slough in the upper reaches of the bay. He fitted the description of Joe Gaia, and an hour or so later, his wife arrived to make identification.
Mrs. Geyer, could you swear that this body is that of your husband, Joseph Geyer?
No. No, it's not Joe.
Mrs. Geyer, he fits your description of your husband.
I don't care. It's not Joe.
You sure you aren't holding anything back from us?
Yeah, I'm sure it's not Joe. I'd know my own husband, wouldn't I?
Yes, you would, Mrs. Geyer.
My husband was dead, and this was him. I'd tell you, wouldn't I?
I hope so. I think you would.
Why wouldn't I? It's not Joe. I don't know who it is. I never saw him in my whole life, and I can prove it. I swear it, I never saw this man in my whole life.
We will return you to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment. There's one married couple you can always depend on for fun on Saturday evenings, and to invite them over is as easy as staying tuned to CBS. They're Lucille Ball and that man she calls my favorite husband. And a nice thing about them is you don't have to get involved in the strange predicaments they get into. All you have to do is sit back and laugh at the results. How's for asking them in this evening? Lucille Ball and my favorite husband will be waiting on most of these same CBS stations. Now, with our star, Edmund O'Brien, we return you to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Mrs. Geyer was released not because we believed in her lack of identification, but because we thought there were better ways to approach her than hard police questioning. I arrived at her small frame house not long after she had.
What do you want?
I thought I'd better come and see you.
You can't come in.
I want to help you if I can.
Should I need any help from you? I don't need any. Go away.
Wait a minute.
Get your foot out. You got no right to do this.
Now, wait a minute. There are other ways to identify that body. Then you'll be in trouble, won't you?
I don't care. It wasn't Joe.
Open the door, Mrs. Geyer.
You can't come in.
Why did you get so upset if it wasn't your husband? You cried.
I couldn't help it. Never saw a dead body before. I went to pieces thinking, what if it had been Joe?
You know, the police think you're lying.
I am not. Why should I? Joe hasn't done nothing wrong, and I haven't either. Now go away and leave me alone. I got ironing to do.
study people.
Now, that's fine. This is Mr. Dollar, the man I mentioned from the insurance company.
Oh, yes. Well, how do you do, sir?
This is Mr. Prince, the cashier at the protocol office in the Mission.
No. Oh, it's nice to know you, Mr. Prince.
Thank you.
He looked at that body, and he seems to be fairly sure that it's the one who did the talking during the robbery at his place.
I'm sure it is.
Oh, I hope you're right.
Oh, of course. He did look different with that makeup, his nose, and his cheekbones.
But you're still sure?
Yes, I am. I've been with the Port of Call for almost 10 years. And as I was telling Lieutenant Clark, when you've been in the loan business as long as that, you learn to study people.
I suppose you would.
You meet so many, and while they're talking about the loan they want, you sort of unconsciously study them to try and find out how much truth they're telling. But, I remember that man, no makeup or no, yes.
What in particular do you remember?
Oh, a lot of things. He walked right up to me, I remember his eyes and his ears, and I remember his hands. They were manicured. And he wore a ring on his third finger left.
There's polish on the nails, all right. He didn't have a ring when he was brought in, but there's the mark of one, and it's third finger left.
I wish there were more witnesses like you.
Well, thank you.
Thanks very much for coming down, Mr. Prince.
Well, that's quite all right.
And I hope we don't have to trouble you again.
Well, there's no trouble at all, Lieutenant. I'll be glad to be of service to you. Good day.
Good day,
Goodbye,
Mr.
Prince. Well, it looks like we've got that much anyway, Dollar. Run quite a few of the loan company people past the body, and almost half thought he was the one, the falsetto.
Well, that's something, but dead men don't answer many questions.
I've noticed that. I understand Mrs. Geyer didn't answer many either.
Well, how did you... Oh, you still got men on it, huh?
Yeah, I haven't been able to spare any relief, so that pair I assigned yesterday's been on the plant day and night. So when somebody finally showed up, they thought they'd broken the case. They didn't know you.
She wouldn't let me in, and she didn't change her story.
We'll check her. We've got a man from the cab company coming down.
Lieutenant, didn't she say that she had a roomer yesterday? Remember, she asked if she'd read the paper, and she said
By that time, I'd asked a few thousand questions.
She did. She said she didn't have time to read the paper with 3 kids and a roomer to take care of.
I think I remember that.
Well, it's something we should check. Your men say that outside of me, nobody has shown up at her house, huh? Even staying out last night, you'd think this room would come back sometime for clothes or something.
We'll try it. Bruce, send 2 plainclothesmen out to the Geyer home on 4th Avenue and talk to the neighbors on each side. I need somebody who knows the Geyer's roomer by sight. I want them to look at a body.
Lights are on. I guess she's home.
Which one is it?
One with a porch light.
Sure turning into a nice night.
Yeah.
10 o'clock?
Huh? Oh, Pritchard.
What are you doing out here, sir?
We're going to talk to the woman.
A note from me relief?
I'll have a relief out here in an hour. 9 o'clock. That's a promise. I'm sorry about the rain.
Yes.
I'm afraid you'll have to let us in this time, Mrs. Geyer.
What are you talking about?
This is a warrant. We're here legally. I want you to tell me the truth. When did you last see the man who rooms here?
I don't know. I don't remember.
That isn't the truth. You saw him this afternoon.
You saw him at the morgue and you didn't tell us who he was. Why not?
Don't you wake up my kids.
Answer my questions, Mrs. Geyer.
I was afraid to tell you.
Why were you afraid?
Because with Joe gone like this, I thought something happened. I know I should have told you, but I couldn't. He's my husband.
What were you afraid had happened?
Joe and me argued sometimes about Mr. Grace.
Grace? What's his first name?
I thought you knew about him.
The neighbors identified his body, but they couldn't remember his name.
His name was Ted Grace.
Your husband was jealous of Grace, Mrs. Geyer?
And we argued sometimes. He was a salesman, and some weeks he'd have a lot of money, and I told Joe he ought to sell his cab and be a salesman, too. He got the wrong idea and thought I was falling for Mr. Grace. I wasn't. And I couldn't ever make him believe me all the way.
Why did he let Grace live here if he felt that way?
He needed the money.
Do you think your husband killed Grace?
I don't know. I'm afraid to tell you. I knew Mr. Grace for fear he did.
That's what happened. He didn't kill him out of jealousy. Grace was mixed up in those robberies I told you about. Do you remember?
I got the newspapers.
That's what we're here to clear up. We want you to tell us everything you know about Grace.
I never talked to him much. How do you know he was mixed up in it?
You'll have to take our word for that. Come on, you must know something about him. How long has he been living here?
About 6 months.
You know where he came from?
He never said.
He must have had some friends. Didn't anybody come to see him?
No.
You have a telephone. Did anybody ever phone him?
Yeah, a man used to call him.
The same one all the time?
Yes.
Must have given you his name sometime.
No, he didn't.
Did he ever call while Ted Grace was gone?
Yeah, once in a while.
What then? Didn't Grace leave a number or someplace where he could be reached?
Usually a place called the Furlong over on Fulton.
Why didn't you tell us that? Why do we have to drag these things out of you? What else are you holding back from us?
Nothing. I just can't think. I just can't think of anything but where's Joe and why don't he come back?
Wasn't there anything different the morning he left?
No, nothing.
Was Grace here at that time?
He left too.
About the same time?
Right after. Joe's mixed up in those robberies. It's my fault because I talk so much about money. Well, he can hate me for that, but what about the kids? He can't leave them for me to take care of alone, can he?
We better take a look at Grace's room, don't you think, Lieutenant?
Which one is it, Mrs. Geyer?
Ted Grace's effects told a lot more about him than his landlady had. A drawer full of racing forms made it appear that the man who phoned had probably been his bookie. The colors of Ted Grace's ties and shirts, an array of cheap men's toiletries, painted a pretty good picture of the character he'd been. But the contents of the waste paper basket made him out the mastermind of the whole series of robberies. Shredded paper. We didn't try to assemble all the pieces there, but we fished through enough to learn they'd been applications for loans from the victim companies.
Made out while he cased the offices. Look at the blank side.
Yeah, the floor plans drawn out. Hey, look here, a name, Tony. Positions, movements were marked down, too.
Here's another name, Mark.
Yeah.
Let's not waste any more time here. I'll take them down to headquarters, get somebody to paste them up.
I guess we've covered the place all right. Pretty obvious he expected to come back here, though.
Yeah. I have a feeling the rest of them might still be in the city.
Me, too. I think that might have been the plan.
You going now?
Yeah, we'll go.
Unless you have something more to tell us.
I don't know any more to tell you. All this big mess, and I don't understand any of it. I don't know what it's all about.
Well, we're sorry it happened. Hope it'll turn out all right for you. Good night, Miss Guy.
Lieutenant Clark.
Yes, Pritchard.
The radio car stopped by with a message for you. But I didn't want to come in with a woman there. Her husband's dead. So's the other driver, Landini.
Where were they found?
In their cabs in the vacant garage out toward the beach.
Who's on it?
Lieutenant McMillan.
All right, I'll contact him.
And don't forget our release.
I won't. Well, there goes Geyer and Landini.
Elimination for more profit?
That or cutting the links between the rest of the bunch and the only tangible things we've had, the cabs.
That could be. Hey, if you want to drop me at that bar she mentioned, the Furlong, I'll see what I can pick up there.
Sure, if you want to. I'll stay in my office till I hear from you.
Sir?
Hi. I guess a rye and soda.
Oh, you must be an Easterner. I don't get many calls for rye except from them.
Well, that's almost right. I transplanted myself out here. Say, I'm looking for a guy I think you know, Ted Grace. Has he been in tonight?
Who?
Ted Grace. I understand he's in here quite a bit.
Wait till I find that rye bottle. This all right?
Yeah, it's fine.
You see, I'm not the regular bartender. I don't know your friend, by name, anyway.
Thanks. That's all right.
Thanks.
Hey, what about a couple of guys Ted knows, then? One named Mark, the other's Tony something.
No, guess I can't help you. I usually work a place down on Gary. I don't know this one very well.
Well, it's not important. I'll look around, maybe come back. See you later.
Yeah. Good night.
Hey, Tony, send over another scotch and soda for Edna, will you? Hey, Tony, over here's me.
It was hard not to turn around, or at least stop moving, but I managed to walk out as if I hadn't heard, turn down the sidewalk for a count of 5, and then back to the window. Tony was forgetting his customers. He was heading towards the rear of the room. When he got there, he disappeared into a phone booth. I've heard that a lot of cases are broken through a stroke of luck, but it very seldom happens to me. My own phone call from a gas station brought Lieutenant Clark and an extra squad car to the Furlong Bar in less than 20 minutes. The place was cleared of people, and Tony stood alone behind the bar, giving away his guilt by his expression and the apron he kept twisting in his hand.
Leave your apron alone.
What is all this?
Who did you phone right after I left?
Home to say I'd be late.
That's not true. The call was traced.
You're crazy. How could you trace it?
If you were calling home, why should you care if it was traced or not? Now, who did you call?
I can make a phone call if I want to, can't I?
That isn't the question. What makes you so nervous?
You guys busting in like this, what do you expect?
To find a guy named Tony. What's your last name, Tony?
Cullen.
That's what I came here for, too, Tony. When we found him, all we were going to do was ask him to tell us where he was the other morning while those loan company officers were being knocked over. And if he couldn't, we were going to see him booked for 3 killings. Ted Grace and Joe Gaia and Paul Landini.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're bluffing, but you're bluffing the wrong guy.
I'm glad to hear that. We wouldn't want to see an innocent man booked for something he didn't do. So let's clear it up. How do we start proving where you were between 9 and about 11 the other morning?
Come on, where were you?
I was home asleep.
Then a lot of people must hate you.
Who?
The people who said they saw you leave your place about 8 o'clock.
What's the use? I don't know if you're bluffing or not.
We aren't. In Grace's room, we found the floor plans of all those officers with the names of all of you. He talked to Joe Gaia's wife. She knew about you and Mark.
You just made a confession. Do you want to take the whole rap yourself?
No. If I'd known there was going to be any killing, I wouldn't have got mixed up in it. When there was, I knew the whole thing would blow up.
Who did the killing?
There were 3 of them. Harvey Shute, Vic Lincoln, and Neil White. I'm not sure which one did.
Who are they?
I don't know. They got out of prison someplace in the east about 6 months ago. We met them and got running around with them. We'd been playing the horses, not doing so well. And they said if we got a big stake, they knew how to make a killing. That's the way it started.
Who's we, Tony?
My friends, Mark Rose and Leo Barrett, Ted Grace.
Is that all?
I'm giving you my friends. That's enough, isn't it?
What about Joe Gaia?
No, they just called him to get his cab to use instead of cars. He wasn't there.
That was Ted Grace's idea.
I guess so. The smart guy.
You were all pretty smart.
What about Landini?
He was called, too. I don't know what happened. They went crazy after we got the money. They were like different people, and I didn't know. Could have killed all of us if we crossed them.
Are they on narcotics?
I don't know much about that. They could have been.
Where are they?
Might as well tell you, I guess. The whole thing is blown wide open. They're staying in the Metropolitan Auto Court out on Bayshore Highway.
Which cabin?
Second one on the right.
Where's the money?
We split it before we separated. You could have my share. I wish you would buy back the last few days.
Come on, Tony. I'll send you down to the station.
2 more squad cars had been added by the time we got started. No trouble was expected or had picking up the other 2 San Francisco men, Mark Rose and Leo Barrett. But at the Metropolitan Auto Court, where the 3 ex-convicts were staying, trouble was expected.
Well, I think that's about the best we can do. 2 exits. We've got both of them covered.
The other people who might be staying here?
Well, they'll be all right, even if there's firing. As long as we can keep these comedians inside, or at least just trying to get out.
Well, that's your case.
We'll have to try to it anyway. I'll go wake them up. If this gale hasn't already.
Now, don't be a hero.
You in there. Open up. I'm a police officer. Lieutenant Clark!
Lieutenant!
They shot the lieutenant! Cover me on the door, Hudson!
Watch the window! Get down, Sergeant! When it was finished, one of them was alive. The other 2 in the cabin were ripped to pieces. But that and the recovery of the money hardly paid for the loss of Lieutenant Clark, who died before he reached the hospital. Expense account item 2, $75.30, miscellaneous in San Francisco. Item 3, same as item 1, transportation back to Hartford. Expense account total, $450.60. Remarks? It probably isn't important, but there's an odd commentary to this. The gunfight and Lieutenant Clark's death made only a column on page 2 of the morning paper. The storm he died in grabbed the page 1 headlines. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Gil Dowd with music by Wilbur Hatch. Edmund O'Brien's latest picture is a Paramount Pictures production, Warpath. Featured in tonight's cast were Howard McNear, Ed Begley, Hy Averback, Jim Nusser, Virginia Gregg, and Janet Scott. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. This is Dick Cutting, inviting you to join us next week at the same time when Edmund O'Brien returns as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
You can sing it again this evening on CBS, and if Dan Seymour calls you, maybe you can sing it out the name of the fabulous Phantom and win $5,000 in cold, hard cash, plus $10,000 more in fine prizes. Worth it? You bet it is. For Sing It Again also brings you a whole hour of grand musical fun as you listen to Alan Dale, Judy Lynn, Bob Howard, the Riddlers, and Ray Bloch's orchestra. Sing It Again comes to you every Saturday evening on most of these same CBS stations. Sing it again this evening, won't you? And now, stay tuned for Vaughn Monroe's Caravan, which follows immediately on most of these same CBS stations. This is CBS, where everyone laughs at Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy every Sunday night. The Columbia Broadcasting System.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as...
Johnny Dollar.
Hank Layson at Intercommercial, Johnny. Say, did you ever hear the Colegio diamond?
Doesn't strike a chord.
Worth about $200,000 on the open market.
It's insured and it's been stolen, right?
Well, can't say definitely that it's been stolen, but it's gone. The owner's name was Benson, lived here in Hartford.
Why the past tense?
They found him last night in his study, murdered.
Edmund O'Brien in another transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Intercommercial Insurance Companies of America, Home Offices, Hartford, Connecticut. Attention, Henry Layson. The following is an accounting of my expenditures during investigation of the Colegio Diamond matter. Expense account item 1, $1.20 taxi fare to the western part of town where the better homes are situated. Mr. Charles Benson's home was back from the street and encircled with a high, well-trimmed hedge. The black wreath was already on the door. A young lady, very pretty in a black dress, received me in the study.
You're Mr. Dollar?
That's right.
Mr. Layson phoned and said you were on your way.
I hate about a matter like this right now. Miss Benson, is it?
Yes. It's quite all right. Maybe if I go over it all again, it'll help me realize that it's happened. That Dad's gone. It's still like a bad dream. The beginning was when Dad bought the Colegio diamond.
When was that?
About 3 years ago in Italy. He bought it from a diamond trader who'd just come into Florence from South Africa.
Your father had interest there?
No, he was just a tourist. He'd heard about this diamond from a friend of his, a collector. Seems the diamond had belonged to a minor official to the Medicis, a man named Colegio. It was given to him in return for a favor. Since then, it's passed from hand to hand until Dad bought it.
What did he pay for it, do you know?
About $200,000. or the Italian equivalent at that time in lira. But, Mr. Dollar, the diamond has a strange history.
Now, don't tell me there's a curse on it.
No, nothing like that. But I guess it amounts to the same thing. Everyone who's owned the diamond has died with it in his possession, died violently.
There's nothing particularly mysterious about that. Anything worth as much as that piece of glass is worth killing for. Say, who's living with you here now?
My mother. Just the two of us. You have no idea how hard it's been for her, Mr. Dollar. She's hardly been out of her room since Dad died.
Can you tell me about last night, Miss Benson?
Well, I was out with Bob, might I say. We were out till about 3. Dad was home alone. He had a habit of reading very late. In this room, as a matter of fact. The light in the study was on when we came in. The only light on in the house. Bob and I went in. Dad's back was to the door.
Please go on.
He was slumped over in his chair facing the window. His book had dropped to the floor. The wall safe was wide open, and on the desk was the velvet-lined box the diamond was kept in. The diamond was gone. Dad had a bullet hole in his temple.
I see. He kept the diamond right on these premises?
Always. We warned him time after time not to. We told him to keep it in his safety deposit box at the bank, but he refused. Always said that a diamond wasn't worth having unless you kept it in your possession and enjoyed it.
Who knew about the diamond, Miss Benson?
Oh, so many people. Family, of course. Myself, Bob. The papers were filled with the news when Dad came back with it from Italy.
Well, I mean, who knew where it was? Who knew the combination of the safe?
Nobody but Dad. And, of course, Mother. Oh, yes, and Mr. Corrigan.
Who's Mr. Corrigan?
Dad's lawyer. Dad kept the will in there and a few other papers that Mr. Corrigan would come and get every once in a while.
Well, Corrigan came into the house and got papers out of your dad's safe any time he wanted to?
Any time he wanted to.
I think I'd better talk to Mr. Corrigan before I go any further.
Now, Mr. Dollar, Mr. Corrigan wouldn't have stolen
Probably not. But we'd better have a talk just the same. I'd like to have his address, please. Expense account item 2, 80 cents taxi fare to Main Street, where Mr. Corrigan's office was located. An elevator ride and a walk down a marble hall took me to the frosted glass door on which was printed Corrigan and Bishop, attorneys at law. I talked myself past the receptionist and the secretary and wound up refusing a cigar from Corrigan himself.
You're in the insurance business?
The investigation end. I understand you were Mr. Benson's lawyer.
That's right. Mr. Benson had the utmost... Oh, excuse me. Yes. No, Vermont maple. Well, $45,000 is way too much. Yes, in board feet. Have them ship it from Montpelier, if that's the case. Well, have them try to get it down then. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Dollar, Mr. Benson and I were associated for about 15 years in one way or another. We went to school together. It was a terrible shock to learn of it. Oh, excuse me. Who? Oh, put him on. Harry, what's with Chicago? No, same thing. No, she's in Arizona. Arthritis. Well, a little better. You know how it is. Yeah, we'll do that. And my love to Annie. Okay, you bet, Harry. Yeah, you bet. Sure. Bye. Now, you're here about the diamond or about the life insurance policy?
The diamond.
Well, the diamond is a very rare item. Whoever got into the safe knew the combination.
I understand there weren't many who knew the combination.
Well, that's true. Mr. and Mrs. Benson and myself were the only ones. I suppose I'm the prime suspect. But, of course, these safe crackers, they use a stethoscope these days. You probably know more about that than I do. Oh, excuse me. Who? Oh, yes, put him on. Yes, Jays. Oh, it is? Oh, swell. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? Yeah, very young man. 45. Oh, yes. Terribly upset. Well, yes, she's due here at about, any minute now. We're going to make the arrangements. Oh, I wouldn't let her go near the place, no. Well, I certainly tell her. Yeah, you bet. Yeah, you bet. You bet. Yeah, bye. Well, exactly what did you want to know, Mr. Dollar?
Anything that would help us locate the diamond.
Well, have you talked to the police?
No, I thought I'd amble around among the persons involved first.
Well, as I say, you probably know more about that than I do. I wish there was something I could say, but the last time I saw George Benson was about 2 weeks ago.
You think this was an outside job?
Well, that's my opinion, but it's sheer speculation. Excuse me. Oh, she is? Well, send her in, please. I hope you won't mind, Mr. Dollar. That's Mrs. Benson. I'm taking you down to the dressmaker's.
Oh, I see.
Why don't you go out that door?
Fine. Oh, thanks, Mr. Corrigan.
It's quite all right. Anything else I can do, you'll let me know.
You bet. I didn't leave. I stood in the little outer room and sneaked to listen through the door. There was some reason why Mr. Corrigan had rushed me out one door while Mrs. Benson came in another one. I heard some things that made the whole case of the Colegio diamond a lot more interesting. I pushed the door open a crack.
Darling.
Oh, Dad.
You look lovely in black.
I'm going out of my mind. All those people calling, having to act unhappy.
Well, this is your opportunity to be a real actress.
I'm awful at tears.
You're beautiful.
Stan, what if somebody should see us?
Well, let them see us. What do I care? We're as free as birds. There's a little place down in Bermuda, a resort. I got a folder the other day. Beautiful place to have. You won't believe how beautiful. And as soon as it's proper...
What about Kitty?
Well, I told her before I left that I wanted a divorce. I told her, and she knows it. That's why she went to Arizona. Get away to think things over. I didn't want to hurt her, but I wanted her to know.
Darling, I can't believe it. It's too good to be true. But we've got to be careful. Very careful. Well, let's go. We'll be late.
Darling, I love you.
On that somewhat touching note, I quietly closed the office door, turned toward the door that would lead me out into the corridor, put my foot to a rough edge of carpet, and promptly fell flat on my face. This brought Corrigan running.
I thought you were gone, Mr. Dollar.
I thought so, too.
Do you consider it quite ethical listening at keyholes?
Didn't you know? Investigation is just a very polite word for snooping, Mr. Corrigan.
Who is it, Stan?
He's an insurance investigator.
You heard everything?
Not everything, Mrs. Benson. Just enough to tell me that black is not your color.
No, it isn't. I loathe black.
Ditto your husband.
I tolerated my husband, Mr. Dollar.
You don't have to explain anything to him, darling. He's just an insurance man.
The police might be interested to know about this little relationship. There are a number of angles here. Could be that you and Mrs. Benson killed Mr. Benson and removed the diamond to make the whole thing look like robbery.
Yes, Mr. Dollar, it could be. I welcome any police investigation.
Fine, I'll go right over.
Wait. I don't think right now would be quite the opportune time. Guilty or not guilty, I have a reputation.
In the light of that corny love scene you two just played, I can't imagine why.
Mr. Dollar.
Sorry. Well, what do we do? All stand around embarrassed? Let's have it. Why did I get the Rush Act out of your office?
Well, that's simple, Mr. Dollar. I was afraid that Diane would give away our relationship.
He's right. I'm not a very good actress.
When did this thing start?
Must you know everything?
I think so.
About 7 years ago.
The wool you were pulling over Benson's eyes must be pretty worn by now.
We did nothing to be ashamed of.
I resent this. I resent the whole thing. I don't think I want to tell you anything more, Mr. Dollar.
I don't blame you. And you know, it's all kind of dull anyway. I'll go to the police. They'll probably have something much more interesting. Don't worry, Corrigan. I'm not going to breathe a word of this unless I feel it necessary. But I never made it to police headquarters. I got out in the street when a very large, very quiet man in a brown and white sport shirt stopped me.
Mr. Dollar?
Yes?
You like some information?
About what?
The fifth, the tropical.
I never play the ponies.
These ponies you play. Hop in.
Thanks. No.
Oh, come on. Hop in.
Is that dangerous, that steel thing in your pocket?
How very discerning of you to recognize the outline. Inside.
Right.
Okay, Bunny. Relax, Dollar.
Where are we going?
You're going to sleep.
I awoke with a groan in my own apartment. Nobody was there, but nobody. As soon as I could focus my eyes, I tried to lift myself off the floor. After 5 tries, I managed to turn my head. What I saw made me want to go back to sleep again. The place was a mess. There wasn't 1 inch that hadn't been gone over with what must have been a tractor. Every drawer in the place had been turned upside down. The problem was reaching the phone. It was all of 10 feet away, but it might have been 10 miles. I started to crawl. About halfway to it, I grabbed hold of the cord. I pulled the phone toward me until I got my hands on the receiver.
Hello? Hello, Johnny? Hello?
Hello?
Johnny?
Yeah, Johnny.
Johnny, you sound awful.
Yeah, I can understand it.
Well, what'd you find out about the Cleggio diamond?
You were right.
About what?
It's gone.
Well, that's brilliant. Who took it?
I don't know.
Well, what are you doing to find out?
Right now, I'm just lying around. Somebody gave me a tumble.
Say, are you drunk?
You better send a doctor. I think I'm going to pass out again.
Johnny? Johnny? Hello? Johnny? Johnny?
I can't talk to you now.
I'm not on the phone. I'm here.
Huh? Oh. You look funny with 4 heads. Well, I might as well put this phone up.
Oh, come on. Stop that nonsense. Now, look, I hate to bother you with business, but what happened to you?
I'll tell it all to the police.
You think I want the police in on this?
Well, why keep them out?
Publicity for the company. I want the public to think Intercommercial is able to take care of itself. Now, come on, what happened?
Somebody asked me for a ride. Asked me if I wanted a ride. Then they gave it to me.
Oh, it looks like they were looking for something. Did you have something they might have been looking for?
If I had something they were looking for, I wouldn't know it. But they must have thought I had something they were... Look, I'm going round and round already. Ask me no questions.
Have you got any idea what it might be they were looking for?
Maybe the diamond.
Yeah, say, maybe the diamond. See, that's right, that could be.
Now go away.
Well, we'll take you off the case and put someone else on, so you can have a nice rest.
Oh, no, you don't.
Well, I thought that would pep you up.
Yeah, money always does. Now get out of here and let me fasten my head back on.
Do you want something?
Yeah. Get me an aspirin. Hello?
Mr. Dollar?
Yeah?
This is Betty. Betty Benson.
Oh, yeah, sure. How are you?
Mr. Dollar, the police have just been here.
What happened?
They found the gun that killed Dad
Oh, good. Where was it?
in my purse.
We will return to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment. For an hour of rapid-fire entertainment, the show goes on. It's the show for you these Friday nights on most of these same CBS stations. It's an intimate glimpse into a fascinating angle of backstage life. A series of honest-to-goodness auditions for jobs in theater, nightclubs, and radio. The singers and comedians you hear are face-to-face with managers, agents, and bookers ready to hire them on the spot, take an option, or turn thumbs down. Be sure to hear The Show Goes On and its latest acts this Friday night. Now, with our star, Edmund O'Brien, we return to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account item 3, taxi fare again. $1.30 to the Hartford City Jail, where an old buddy of mine by the name of Lieutenant Parnell was quizzing Miss Benson with the nastiest bunch of leading questions I've ever heard.
Now, why did you kill your father, Miss Benson? Oh, come on. We'll make it much easier for you if
Hey,
you'll only...
hey, Parnell. Come on, give her a break.
Oh, the insurance man. I wondered when you'd be over. Hey, what happened to your head?
When I find out, I'll let you know. Don't let him talk you into a thing, Betty. Get a good lawyer.
Well, for one thing, Corrigan is on his way over. For another, the best lawyer in the world couldn't do it any good. The gun had her prints all over it.
Would I put a murder weapon in my purse with my fingerprints on it, Lieutenant? Now, would I?
If you didn't have time to get rid of the gun, why not?
You're getting woozy, Lieutenant. Why don't you take a break? They've got the Giants game on the radio out there. Why not go out and see how they're doing?
No. I might miss something, Dolly. Maybe you can do better with it than I can. I'll just sit down over here and listen. All right, now, how's that?
Fine. Okay, now, Betty. How did the gun get into your purse?
I don't know, Mr. Dollar. The lieutenant was searching through my room and found this purse. And there it was. But I didn't carry that purse the night Dad was killed. I haven't used that purse in a long time. Somebody put the gun in there.
Can you prove it?
Well, no.
Nobody saw you that evening, huh?
Nobody but Bob.
Bob, your boyfriend, huh?
All right, now I've got the necessary papers. You leave her alone. Dollar, what are you doing here?
I just came over to add to the confusion.
Betty, are you all right?
Hello, darling. I'm all right.
Looks like Grand Central Station.
Come on, Betty. We'll have you out of here in jig time.
This is Bob Gorman, my fiancé, Mr. Dollar and Lieutenant Parnell.
Yeah, that was nice. Like a Washington hostess. Now, let's try to wind this thing up. Mr. Corrigan, were you anywhere in the vicinity of the Benson home the night Mr. Benson was murdered?
Absolutely not.
Oh, yes, you were. You were visiting Betty's mother.
That's a deliberate lie. I was nowhere near... I don't know why I'm submitting to intimidation from you, Gorman.
Seems to be a little difference of opinion here, Lieutenant.
Mm-hmm. You were quite a comfort to Mrs. Benson during the period of her bereavement, weren't you, Corrigan?
I refuse to answer on the grounds that it might incriminate me.
You're darn right it would incriminate you. The way you've been carrying on with Mrs. Benson, everybody knows about
Bob.
it. No, I'm going to get it off my chest. Betty's father was no sooner dead than he was hustling Mrs. Benson this place and that
Why,
place.
you young...
Temper, Mr. Corrigan. Let's save that for the jury.
He can't make accusations like that.
They aren't just accusations, Mr. Corrigan. They're true. Nobody had a better reason to kill Dad than you did.
Love, huh?
Say, anybody in this room happen to know where the Collegio diamond is?
No.
Huh. I didn't think so.
But if
Mr.
you'd like to
Corrigan,
know
I
Hold
know
it.
perfectly well that...
I just wanted to say goodbye. Okay, now go ahead.
If
Mr.
you'd like to know
Corrigan,
why...
perfectly well that you're
Expense account item 4, $12.20 miscellaneous taxi fares all over the place. I went on a little visit to Corrigan's apartment and found something of interest. A little slip of paper on which was written, in the highest form of legal language, of course, I owe you $2,000, George Benson. I worked my way into Bob Gorman's apartment. There I found a bill from the Garant Detective Agency. Then to police headquarters again, where I found a picture of a man who was tall and thin and had a little, well-trimmed mustache. Then I went home, where I found a man who was tall, thin, and had a little, well-trimmed mustache. He was drinking my bourbon. You're drinking my bourbon.
It's lousy bourbon.
Look what you did to my head.
It's an improvement.
All right, what do you want?
The diamond. What else?
I don't have it.
I don't believe it.
Well, search the place.
I already did. Well, I guess that does it. I'll see you later.
Don't go.
Out of the way.
I said don't go.
You crazy...
Okay. Drop the gun.
Let go.
Now, sit down and finish your drink.
I didn't come here alone. If I'm not downstairs in 3 minutes, you'll come up.
The more the merrier. Who do you work for?
Myself.
That's right, friend. I want all the excuse I can get to beat the pulp out of you.
Go on. Now cut it.
Who do you work for?
Corrigan.
What's the deal?
He wanted me to get the gun.
So you planted it in Betty's purse.
I didn't. And I didn't kill Benson either. I went to get the gun, but it was gone. And I thought you had it, but you didn't have it.
So you were working for Corrigan?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's start all over again. Who do you work for?
I told you, Corrigan.
This isn't going to be much fun for you, friend.
Now listen, lay off of me. I'm telling you the truth. I tell you the truth, and you keep on hitting me. Now, that ain't fair.
Who do you work
for? Oh, okay. Mrs. Spence.
What's the deal?
She hired me to get the diamond.
Why?
She killed her husband so she'd get away with Corrigan. She wanted me to break in and get the diamond so it looked like robbery, see? Robbery and murder, see?
Here we go again.
Will you leave me be?
I can keep this up all night if I have to.
Why don't you tell me who you think I work for, then, instead of beating up on me?
I want to hear it from you. Look, chum, since you knocked me on the head, I get spells of bad temper.
All right. All right. The Garant Detective Agency.
Now we're getting someplace, Vic.
How did you know my name?
Well, it's a byword in every precinct police station from here to Ishpeming. You were hired by Bob Gorman.
I was hired by Bob Gorman.
You killed Benson.
I don't know who killed Benson.
What were you hired for?
To get the diamond. Bob's got it in his apartment.
Do I start working on you
No,
again?
no. Don't act so tough now.
Well, who's got the diamond?
Corrigan. Well, look, if you've got all the answers, what are you asking me for?
Vic, my boy, I'm amazed. I've seen liars in my time, but I've never run across anything like you. How can you do it with such a straight face, huh?
Years of practice.
Now, I'll tell you the truth as you see it.
Don't you hit me no more now.
Bob Gorman hired you. That's the truth, all right, and he hired you to get the diamond. But you didn't find the diamond there. You found Benson dead.
I walked in there. I'm telling you, I was never more surprised in my life. There was Benson in that chair. I hired out to do a lot of things. But murder, that's not for me. There ain't money enough in the world to make me commit murder.
Slugging, you do.
For good money.
Vic, I'm not interested in who killed Benson. Personally, I don't think you know. I want to know where the diamond is.
How do I know where the diamond is? It was gone when I got there. I thought you had it. That's why I slugged you. Period.
All right, Vic. I'm tired. I got a splitting headache. Finish your drink and get out of here.
No, thanks. It really is lousy bourbon.
Things were as dark as ever. Vic was no help. I knew Bob hired him, but that was all I knew. The next stop seemed to me to be Bob himself. I called him and told him to come over. He was very accommodating. A half hour later, he was tapping gently at my door.
Hello, Mr. Dollar.
Come on in. Don't mind the dirty glass on the table there. I just got through entertaining one of your employees.
One of my employees?
I believe he said his name was Vic. Vic Hastings. I never heard of him. Come on, Bob. You can be yourself with me. Vic talked to me like a brother.
I never heard of him.
You may not be conscious of it, Bob, but you're in plenty of trouble. The police are looking for the diamond, and they're sure whoever has the diamond killed Mr. Benson. I'm just an insurance investigator. I have nothing to do with the police department.
All right, Mr. Dollar. I did hire Vic Hastings. I sent him after the diamond.
He thought I had it.
Yes. When he found out you didn't, he came back and threatened me. He wanted money. I didn't have any, but I told him I'd give him a cut when I got it.
Is this a regular business of yours, stealing diamonds?
Look, Mr. Dollar, I didn't kill Mr. Benson.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you about the diamond.
I heard about the diamond when Mr. Benson bought it. I had to have it. I wasn't going to sell it, not then. I just wanted it. I crashed a party at the Benson house about 4 or 5 months ago. I met Betty, and I started to date her.
That's as good a way as any.
Oh, you've got it wrong, Mr. Dollar. Sure, I wanted to get at the diamond. That's why I started taking Betty out. But things are different. I love her. We want to get married.
Very sweet. Only you didn't hire Vic to get the diamond 4 or 5 months ago, Gorman. So get that pleading look out of your eyes. You don't do a thing to me.
You're not going to the police.
Put it down, Gorman.
Stay where you are. Don't try to follow me or I'll blow your head off. So long, Dollar.
Parnell speaking.
This is Dollar, Lieutenant. Better send out a code 1 on Bob Gorman.
What's he wanted for?
Well, you can call it suspicion of murder. Expense account item 5, 120 taxi fare to the Benson home. I found Mrs. Benson in a sad state upstairs due to her husband's death and her daughter's incarceration.
Why must you pester me about a thing like this now, Mr. Dollar? Haven't you any consideration?
Sorry, Mrs. Benson, but it's a job. The sooner we get over this hurdle, the better off we are. Now, I know all about your relationship with Corrigan.
All of that has nothing to do with the case.
Well, perhaps not.
I know who killed my husband, and I know why, and I know who has the diamond.
Who?
I can't prove it. I couldn't take it into a court of law.
Well, let me worry about that. What's your idea, Mrs. Benson?
Bob Gorman.
Why do you think he did it?
He has a violent temper. He hated George, hated him like poison. George never wanted him to marry Betty.
Sorry, that motive doesn't click with me. Now, let me tell you who killed your husband. You and Corrigan.
How dare
you? wanted to get rid of him. You two were the only ones who knew the combination of the safe. You took the diamond and killed Benson.
Why, you...
And you planted the gun in Betty's purse.
Do you mean to suggest that I would try to make my own daughter out to be a murderess?
That's just what you hoped the police would think. That if anybody were framing your daughter, it wouldn't be you. You knew the police would clear Betty because she was nowhere near the house when the murder occurred. And you thought they'd assume that Bob Gorman planted the gun in Betty's purse.
That's a lie.
Come on, Mrs. Benson. It's all out in the open now.
Stay where you are, Dollar.
Corrigan. I was expecting it.
You're pretty good at this business of investigation, aren't you? It's a shame to have to end such a brilliant career.
Well, that's the way it goes. Here today, gone tomorrow. You aren't going to mess up Mrs. Benson's pretty bedroom, are you?
Not at all. We'll just go out the back way. Open the door, Dollar.
Glad to. After you. He's all right, Mrs. Benson. Come on, get up, Corrigan. The lieutenant is waiting. In case you should ask, how did you know, Mr. Dollar, that Corrigan and Mrs. Benson killed George Benson? The answer? I took a big guess. I told them my guess, and with the authority of an Illinois judge, they swallowed it and they confessed. To wind it all up, I might add the following. They got Bob Gorman. He's being sent up along with Vic Hastings. His police record makes Vic's look like a bad report card, which means Betty is going to have to look for a new boyfriend.
The insurance company has saved a good deal of money. Everybody bad goes to the penitentiary. Everybody good stays free, which proves that bluff is better than logic. This time, anyway. Expense account item 6, doctor bill and miscellany for my sore head amounting to $25. Expense account total, $65.34. And that's pretty cheap. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role, is written by Gil Dowd and David Ellis, with music composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Edmund O'Brien can soon be seen in the Columbia Pictures production 711 Ocean Drive. Featured in our cast this evening were Wally Mayer, Jane Webb, Bill Johnstone, Virginia Gregg, Stacey Harris, Bill Boucher, and Harry Bartell. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. Join us again next week at the same time when, from Hollywood, Edmund O'Brien returns in another transcribed adventure of
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Crime goes down for the count on Friday night with two of CBS's top thrillers. Broadway is My Beat and Up for Parole, heard over most of these same CBS stations. The Gay White Way is the scene for many an exciting criminal chase with Danny Clover on Broadway is My Beat. From the actual files of parole boards across America come the stories of men and women who are up for parole. For a thrill and a chill, Broadway is My Beat and Up for Parole, fill the bill. This is CBS, where you thrill to gangbusters every Saturday night, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as
Johnny Dollar.
Johnny, Bob Hall at Plymouth. We've got a bad thing down here.
Oh, what's that?
One of our company investigators has been killed. I think you knew him, Gene Reimer.
Gene Reimer is dead.
Yeah, shot to death. We learned of it this morning. Sent him down to Charleston to look into a murder.
Does his wife know yet?
She was with him. I mean, she went to Charleston with him. We want to put somebody right on it, Johnny. That's why I called.
Oh, sure, Bob. I'll come right over and get the rest of the story from you.
Edmund O'Brien in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Plymouth Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Leland Blackburn matter. Expense account item 1, $250 cab fare from my apartment to the Plymouth building.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah? Oh, hi, Merle.
What are you doing down here?
It was the Gene Reimer shooting.
I wondered if it heard. He talked a lot about you. You were good friends.
We learned the business together in the Pinkerton agency. Almost opened our own office. It didn't pan out.
I wish it had. We're going to miss him around here. He was a great guy.
Yeah. Well, Bob Hall's waiting for me, Merle. I'd better get in there.
Sure. Good luck, Johnny.
Mr. Dollar, he's waiting for you. You can go right in.
Thanks. How are you, Bob?
Thanks for coming right over, Johnny. Wouldn't have blamed you if you turned it down.
Forget it.
I feel pretty awful about it. I gave the case to Gene myself. He wasn't up for one, but there would have been some extra money for him. I knew he needed it.
He didn't have to take the case. He didn't have to earn a living this way.
It's a funny thing for you to say.
Well, there's no other way to look at it. You can't hunt trouble forever without finally running into some.
I got the idea that you were his friend.
I was. But you aren't hiring a friend, Bob. You're hiring an investigator. If you want me to go to work on this, I'd better get some facts.
I don't understand you.
What about the case he was on? You said it was murder?
A policyholder named Leland Blackburn was bludgeoned to death in his home.
How long had Gene been on it?
Less than a week, 5 days.
Had he sent in any report on what he'd learned?
No, he hadn't.
Is that all?
That's all I know. He was staying at the Hotel Lee. His wife is still there. As I said, she'd been with him. I suggest you talk to her first.
I will. I'll leave as soon as I can get plane space.
All right, Johnny. Good luck.
Expense account item 2, $85 transportation between Hartford and the Hotel Lee in Charleston. It was 8:30 p.m. by the time I checked in, and my first move was to the phone.
Yes?
This is Johnny, Barbara.
Johnny, where are you?
The floor above you. The Plymouth Company sent me down to look into Gene's death.
Oh, I'm glad you're here, Johnny. When will I see you?
As soon as possible.
Oh, give me just 15 minutes to put a face on it. Come on down.
Hello.
It's been a long time. I can't tell you what a shock it was to hear your voice on the phone. I've been thinking about you.
Oh?
Well, it was natural to. You've been the only one I've turned to when there was trouble. How did the company happen to send you?
Because I knew Gene, I guess.
Was anything said about us?
There was no reason for that. Everything between you and me stopped when you got married. We'd better keep it that way now.
Sure. It was a beautiful marriage all the way around.
I told you it would be. You remember that?
Yes,
That there was a side of Gene Reimer that hardly anybody knew. You didn't believe me.
I learned to.
And you made some pretty serious statements to me after you did. I want to get that off my chest before we go any farther. I don't know how many times you told me that you were afraid you were going to kill him for what he'd done to you. And you meant it, didn't you?
Johnny,
The last time was less than a month ago.
you don't think I killed him.
I remember what you said.
Johnny, don't.
Why did you come to Charleston with him?
Because he made me come.
Why?
Because he... I don't want to tell you.
Why not?
It doesn't have anything to do with what happened.
Then you shouldn't mind telling me.
He found out about somebody I'd been seeing in Hartford. I know it sounds cheap, but you must realize...
Never mind that. Gene brought you down here to keep you away from this guy.
Yes. Johnny, you can't think I killed him.
I hope you didn't. For old time's sake, I'd hate to learn that you did.
They were good times, Johnny.
What do you know about the case Gene was working on?
Nothing. He never talked about any of them.
Well, I'll start on it tomorrow. Good night, Barbara. Expense account item 3, $2 cab fare the next morning to police headquarters where I met Lieutenant Sims, the officer in charge of both killings.
Well, looks to me like they piled a load of work on your shoulders, Dollar. You assigned to both murders?
Chances are that they go together, don't you think?
Hard to figure that far yet.
Well, what have you got on this Leland Blackburn?
The file isn't complete on him. The widow and son refused to authorize an autopsy. Took a few days to force it through, so we got no report.
Who was he?
An old codger, a pillar of the old South, so to speak. He was a broker, him and his son Rollin, pretty wealthy folks.
What do you think was the motive?
Well, we're thinking it was robbery. Nobody knows how much, but old Leland's wallet was empty when they found it. He just told the phone operator he wanted the police when he was hit. The phone was still in his hand.
Well, I'll have to go and talk to the family.
Help yourself. Now, this other Hartford man, a likable kind of fella, you know him?
Yeah, I knew Gene for quite a few years.
Makes it bad when it's a friend, don't it?
Well, it doesn't help. Do you have anything on his death?
No, absolutely nothing. He was shot 3 times at close range with a .32 caliber gun. All 3 slugs went through him and smashed up on a brick wall behind him. Spoiled him for ballistics.
Where did it happen?
In an alley off Magazine Street. And that's why we can't figure any connection between that shooting and the Blackburn killing. You know this town?
No.
Why, no Blackburn had set foot in that Magazine Street section. They'd live at the other end of the town, south of Broad Street. That's a whole lot closer to heaven, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot, Lieutenant. Looks like I've got a lot of cold trail to follow, so I'd better get moving. Later that day, after checking my phone to learn when the son would be home, I went to the Blackburn residence. It was a warm, friendly estate glowing with Southern tradition. The same thing could have been said about the widow, Mrs. Blackburn, but son Rollin must have taken after his father.
What I resent most of all is that you are here simply because you suspect either Mother or me or both of us of nefarious plot.
Now, Rollins.
Isn't that right?
Murder is a hard thing to ignore, Mr. Blackburn.
I am not ignoring it, but I believe our local police are quite able to do what must be done.
I should think you'd be interested in having as many people as possible working to clear it up.
Naturally, I want to see my father's killers brought to justice. But I don't think Father would appreciate the importation of investigators from Hartford.
Rollins, please.
I came here primarily to investigate the death of the first Hartford man. I'm afraid you'll have to put up with me until I satisfy myself that there's no connection between your father and
what
that.
Possible connection could there be?
I don't know.
There isn't any. And if I hear of you dragging the Blackburn name into a sordid murder in that part of town, I will personally thrash you to within an inch of your life.
Rollins, I must insist. I think perhaps that if you left, Mr. Dollar and I could conclude this meeting much more rapidly. Don't you have an appointment someplace?
Don't you forget what I said, Dollar.
I won't.
Oh, I must apologize, Mr. Dollar.
You don't have to.
The loss of his father has been a great shock to him. And I must say that other young man who was here, as pleasant as it tried to be, did leave us with the impression that he suspected us. One doesn't say things like that about the Blackburns. It is an extremely proud and moral family.
I understand. I don't want you to think that
Now, Mr. Dollar, what do you want me to do?
Well, I think you've probably been asked these questions by Mr. Reimer, but if you'll bear with me...
Of course.
Were you here the night your husband died?
Yes. I was in the other wing where our bedrooms are. Rollin was there, too. But he came down to the kitchen. That's through there. And found poor Leland.
Neither of you heard anything?
No. I had my radio on, I remember. But even so, it is quite a big house.
It's a beautiful house. Mrs. Blackburn, do you have any idea who could have done this thing? Any enemies of your husband's?
I knew of nobody who disliked Leland. He was a charitable, honest man. And a pious one.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Blackburn. I won't bother you any longer.
My only hope is that I may join him soon.
Lieutenant Sims.
Mrs. Dollar, Lieutenant.
Oh, yeah. What have you been up to?
I've been out to see the Blackburns. How did you reconstruct the killing out there?
Well, like I said, he still had the phone in his hand. He'd been hit a number of times with some blunt instrument.
Anything to make you think there was more than one killer?
No. The wounds were all on the right side of the head, struck from behind by a right-handed man. Why?
Well, the son. He was a little agitated at my being there. He said killers.
What's that?
He said he wanted to see his father's killers brought to justice. Plural. What would make him say a thing like that?
I don't know.
Well, as it stands, it's not worth anything as evidence, but I thought I'd tell you. To me, at that moment, it meant there was a possibility that Rollin Blackburn knew more than he was saying. I spent another 2 hours trying to find something to strengthen that possibility, the financial condition of both the family and their brokerage firm. I got no place with it, but I returned to my hotel with the feeling that that one slip was going to develop into the link to connect Jean's death with the Blackburn investigation. The feeling lasted only a few seconds after I met the man who was waiting for me outside my room.
Mr. Dollar, I'm Hal Brand.
Oh, yeah?
I'm the hotel detective here.
Oh.
I think I'd better talk to you.
What about?
The woman down on 413, Mrs. Reimer.
How'd you find out about me?
I've been keeping my eye on her. I saw you go to see her and checked on you. I had an idea that insurance company would send somebody else.
Why have you been watching her?
Her husband paid me to. I guess there was something wrong between them.
Yeah.
A man showed up to see her the day the husband was killed. I didn't get a chance to tell him, but I thought I ought to tell you.
Who is he?
Richards is his name. George. He's in the Clemens Hotel up the street. He checked in from Hartford, too.
Come on in the room, Brian. I want to hear the rest of it.
Sure. There isn't much more. This Richard showed up at the Reimer room about 1 in the afternoon. Reimer was out, so I didn't get to him. And then he was shot that night about 10. Maybe it don't mean anything.
You know where Richards is now?
He checked out this afternoon and took the 540 plane to New York.
Let me pour you a drink, Brian?
Sure. You know, a man's a fool to marry a woman as beautiful as that. It always means trouble. That's my personal opinion anyway. My wife's as ugly as sin. But that's as far as it goes.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Have you told this to the police, Brian?
Not yet.
Why not?
Oh, I figure a couple of days won't make any difference. If the police don't come up with something else, but then I'll tell them. You've talked to her. What do you think?
I don't know, but I'm going down to see her.
Wouldn't be very smart, would it?
Maybe not. That's the way I have to play it. Help yourself to another drink, Brian, and thanks. I've got to see you.
Sure, Johnny. Come in. What's the matter?
Why'd you lie to me last night?
I didn't. I don't understand.
George Richards. Why didn't you tell me he was here?
How did you find out?
He was seen coming to this room. Why didn't you tell me?
I was afraid to.
Yeah, that I believe. I put myself out on a limb for you today because I thought there was a chance you wouldn't lie to me. I withheld information. They want a motive for Jean's murder, and I didn't mention you.
I didn't kill him.
That doesn't mean anything now that there's Richards.
I didn't know he was here until I opened that door. He stayed here 10 minutes, and I made him leave. I told him to go back home or there'd be real trouble.
He didn't leave until this afternoon.
I didn't know that. Johnny, I know I should have told you last night. I've always trusted you, but I knew how bad the situation would look, and I just prayed that nobody would know George was here.
You weren't covering up for him?
No, I didn't know, Johnny. I didn't know he was still here.
Quit it, will you? Come on, sit down, get a hold of yourself. Look, I want to believe you, Barbara. You know that. But it doesn't make any difference now whether I do or not. The police are going to learn about Richards.
Are you going to tell them?
I imagine they'll tell me. But I can't hold back anymore. And with the answers I'll have to give them, they can probably indict you for murder, or at least accessory with Richards.
I didn't kill him. I don't know anything about it.
Stop it. I don't need hysterics. I need proof. How can you prove to me that you knew nothing about it?
I don't know.
Would Richards have done it alone?
No.
How can you prove that?
It's a thing I know.
I can't use things, you know. I need people and statements. People who will swear that they saw you at the time Jean Reimer was killed. People who will swear they saw Richards.
It was 9 o'clock. I was here.
I can check that.
That's all I know. Johnny, stop. Please stop. I can't stand any more.
All right, Angel. I'll stop. I tried to find an alibi for George Richards that night, but a stranger in a city the size of Charleston is hard to nail down. I went to the Clemens Hotel and questioned bellboys, clerks, maids, and bartenders, but those who remembered him hadn't seen him during the evening in question. Then I tried cab drivers with no better success. It was after midnight when I went to bed, and 9 the next morning when I was awakened by a summons from the police, accompanied by official transportation.
Here he is, Lieutenant. Thanks, Sergeant. You can wait outside.
Yes.
Sit down, Dollar.
Thanks.
I had an interesting chat with the hotel detective where you were stopping.
Oh, I'm not surprised, Lieutenant.
What's the matter with you, son? You put yourself in a pretty darn serious position by holding back information from me. Why'd you do it?
I'm not sure.
You admitted knowing that Jean Reimer. Why didn't you tell me then that you knew about trouble between him and his wife?
Well, I wanted to check the other angles first, the Blackburn investigation.
How bad was this trouble?
Pretty bad. Reimer had a mean streak that didn't show except to his closest friends and intimates.
You'd say he did bodily harm?
Yep, lots of it.
How'd you find out?
From her?
How well did you know her?
I knew her before they were married.
In love with her by any chance?
If I had been, I would have married her. I know what you're driving at, Lieutenant. The possibility that I came down here to protect her from a murder charge. Well, that's half true.
What's that?
She's been my friend. I didn't want to see her pulled in if she wasn't mixed up in it.
You don't think she was?
I'll have to leave that for you. I know she had a motive, and to make it better, a possible accomplice turns up. But so far, it's all circumstantial.
Well, we put a searcher out on this man, Richards. That's how good them circumstances look to us.
Sure. And I'll bet I can reconstruct your reconstruction. A phony tip to Rhyme on how to crack the Blackburn thing, an appointment on Magazine Street, and the payoff. Huh?
You break that down?
No, and I tried. Barbara has an alibi, but Richards hasn't.
Well, I gotta have somebody for that killing, Dollar. I'm going to bring her in.
I'm surprised you haven't already.
I want to talk to you first. I want you to stay here while I talk to her.
Why? Why, you think she'll break down because of me?
What's the matter with that board? I'll be right back. I gotta go get a man to pick her up.
Hey, what are you doing?
Contemplating suicide.
Where's Lieutenant Sims?
Just went out the other door. I'll be right back.
Hey, you finally got the autopsy report on old man Blackburn.
You sound as if you really didn't believe he was dead.
Oh, no, he's dead all right.
What is it, Sergeant?
The Blackburn autopsy report. Yeah, look here.
Well, I'll be narcotics user.
The press has been waiting for this, Lieutenant.
And they've got a right to it. No, wait. Don't give it to them yet. This has been pretty hard on that family. Hold on to it. No use dragging them through any more mud. At least till the federal men go to work on it.
All right, sir.
She'll be here in a few minutes, Dollar, so relax. I got to run through a few reports while we wait.
It was hardly the time for relaxation, but I tried. We sat through an hour of questions to which there was no provable answers. And at the end of it, Barbara Reimer was booked on suspicion of murder, and I was released on bail, charged with suspicion of being accessory after the fact. I had only one place to go. Good afternoon, Mrs. Blackburn.
Good afternoon.
I'm Mr. Dollar. You remember me?
Of course I do. I wasn't expecting you.
I'm sorry I didn't have time to phone. May I come in?
Yes?
Your son at home?
No, he's at the office. What is it, Mr. Dollar?
A girl has been arrested because the police think she killed Mr. Reimer, the other man from Hartford.
Oh, I didn't know.
I don't think she did it.
I don't think I understand, Mr. Dollar. Why have you come here?
Because I think you know she didn't do it, Mrs. Blackburn.
Mr. Dollar.
Could we sit down someplace?
Yes. In the drawing room. Now, if you please, sir, what is the meaning of this?
Why did you refuse to allow an autopsy to be performed on your husband?
Because I believe it to be a revolting and savage practice. A mental torture that no one has the right to ask the survivors to experience. I will not condone it.
Usually laws are stronger than human feelings. Do you know that one had been performed?
I refused. Oh, Roland told me there was nothing to fear.
He was wrong.
I will not condone it.
It's a matter of official record now, Mrs. Blackburn. The report says your husband was a narcotics user.
He was not.
He was. Your son knew it, and I think you did.
I shall have to ask you to leave, Mr. Dollar.
Please, Mrs. Blackburn, that wouldn't do any good. When I was here before, maybe you remember, your son said something he didn't intend to say. He told me that more than one man killed your husband. He said killers.
He was upset.
Both murders had something to do with the narcotics your husband used, didn't they?
No.
The police haven't been able to find a link between the Blackburn name and the Magazine Street section. The narcotics made that link, isn't that right?
No.
Gene Reimer must have found out. He was killed. Now a woman is charged with a murder she had nothing to do with. What else do you want?
Oh. We thought we were doing the right thing.
Why did you think that?
We hoped to save Leland that shame. And Roland, his son, and his widow.
Gene Reimer must have learned from you.
No. No one was to be told. Mr. Reimer discovered it himself. When he faced us, we begged him to say nothing. But when he threatened us, we told him their names.
The names of the people who supplied your husband?
Yes. And made a hell of our lives.
They've extorted money from us for almost 10 years. We of the inviolate family.
They killed your husband.
They came that night to force him to buy more. And when he refused and tried to telephone the police, they killed him.
I want you to tell me who these people are.
We told Mr. Reimer. And he...
I won't go alone.
It will be finished then. This farce we live.
It would be finished anyway.
Oh, yes. To go no further. There are two. One is named Miller. The other Stone.
Why do I find him?
You won't go alone. We've caused one death.
I'll be all right.
I'll tell you where to find them.
I hadn't planned to go alone, but on the way I began to wonder if the time I spent interesting the police wouldn't be used by Mrs. Blackburn to warn the two men whose capture would put the finish to the family reputation. So I didn't contact Lieutenant Sims. Instead, I stopped by my hotel to pick up an automatic and cab to the Magazine Street address by myself.
This is the place. Take it easy up there if I was you.
Thanks, I will. Here you are.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah?
Who are you, Miller or Stone?
What's the difference?
None.
Hey, now what is this?
Who are you?
Miller. What's the idea of pushing in?
I just came from the Blackburn place.
Where?
The old lady is tired of trying to save the family pride. She talked again.
What?
What other reason would I have for being here? She's ready to talk to the police about her husband. I'm ready to talk to you about Gene Reimer.
I don't get it.
You'd better start. Come on.
Where?
Out the door. We'll find our way.
Now, listen to me. You can't pull a man around like this without saying why I haven't done nothing.
Then why argue?
All right, I'll go.
Miller! Miller?
Get away from me. Find Stone. I gotta talk to Stone.
He did get a chance to talk to Stone, but not before Lieutenant Sims heard him out and added his statement and added the surviving Blackburns, which cleared Barbara Reimer and yours truly. Expense account item 3, $110, miscellaneous expenses in Charleston. Item 4, same as item 2, transportation back to Hartford, expense account total. Oh, excuse me. Yeah?
Hello, Johnny.
Oh. Hi, Barbara.
I thought you were coming over. It's after 4.
Well, as a matter of fact, I was just going to phone. I can't make it.
What's the matter, Johnny?
I've got another case.
What's the matter, Johnny?
I have to earn a living.
All right. You know where to find me if you want to.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll try to call you when I get back to town. Okay? Goodbye. Expense account total, $345.75. Remarks? This was a fairly personal assignment, and it brings to mind a fairly personal observation. Cops, private or otherwise, should never marry. They're lousy husbands because they're away from home so much. But more important, they leave too many widows. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Gil Dowd with music by Wilbur Hatch. Edmund O'Brien's latest picture is the Paramount Pictures production, Warpath. Featured in tonight's cast were John Daner, Jim Nusser, Jeanette Nolan, Georgia Ellis, John McIntyre, and Larry Dobkin. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is transcribed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle. This is Dan Coverly inviting you to join us next week at this time when Edmund O'Brien returns as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
You can sing it again on CBS tonight for a whole hour of fun-packed, music-packed entertainment. And maybe Dan Seymour will be calling you to solve one of the tuneful little riddle songs that lead to a chance at radio's largest cash jackpot, $5,000, plus $10,000 more in wonderful prizes. Alan Dale, Judy Lynn, Bob Howard, the Riddlers, and Ray Bloch's orchestra are on hand to sing and play the riddle tunes leading up to Dan Seymour's coast-to-coast calls. Be listening again later tonight when Sing It Again comes along on most of these same CBS stations. Now stay tuned for Von Monroe's Caravan, which follows immediately on most of these same CBS stations. This is CBS, where you laugh with Lucille Ball and My Favorite Husband on Saturday nights, the Columbia Broadcasting System. From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Howdy, Mr. Dollar. My name is Jake Denham. I own a cattle ranch out here in Craig, Colorado. How'd you like to come out here and see me?
Colorado?
That's right. I have a policy with one of your companies, Tri-Western, office over in Denver.
Well, what seems to be the trouble, Mr. Denham?
Trouble? Oh, nothing like that. Not at all.
Then why have you called me?
Well, you see, the brand I use in my beef cattle is a Lazy JD.
Yeah, you said your name is Jake Denham.
That's right. But JD is your initials, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the lazy part fits me to a T. But now why have you called me?
Well, you see, I listen to your radio program every week. All those insurance cases you handle all over the country.
Glad to hear it.
And I thought the Lazy JD being your initials, too, and all the local color out here, and, well, maybe you'd like to come and get some local atmosphere for one of your stories.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Mr. Denham. If you have some insurance matter you'd like me to investigate...
Oh, no. I told you why I thought you ought to come. So can you, right away?
You sure there's nothing wrong out there?
No, like I said, a lot of local color. Nice place to stay here at the ranch. How about it?
Well, I've a couple of days' work on some reports to finish up.
Then right after that, huh?
Well...
Good. I'll be waiting for you. Goodbye.
Look. And everything's really okay, huh?
Goodbye.
Mr. Denham, I think you're lying through your teeth.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Tri-Western Life and Casualty Insurance Company, Home Office, Denver, Colorado. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the bum steer matter. Expense account item 1, 370, long-distance call to Hal Versky, my contact at Tri-Western in Denver.
Johnny, good to hear from you. You out in this neighborhood?
Nope, still in Hartford. Hal, I want you to okay an expense account for me.
Well, now that depends.
Listen, do you know a client of yours by the name of Jake Denham?
Yes. As I recall, he owns a big cattle ranch over near the little town of Craig.
Uh-huh.
Carries a straight life for something like 40,000, 50,000.
Well, look, I got a phone call from him begging me to come out there and see him.
Oh? Something wrong?
He says not, but I don't believe him.
Well, have you any reason to think something is wrong?
Well, only the half-baked excuse he gave me for wanting to see me. Look, Hal, I realize this is just a hunch, but...
Certainly sounds like it to me.
But my hunches have saved your company a lot of dough on occasion. So how about it?
Okay. Put it this way. If you run into something out there and clear it up, we'll pay the freight. If not, well, you just go ahead and have yourself a vacation at your own expense, okay?
Oh, now, why don't you relax that iron grip on the purse strings for a change, huh?
Why? What would you do?
Okay. But I warn you, Hal, if this does turn into a case for your company, my expense account is going to knock you right off your feet.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
Bye-bye.
Johnny!
It took me nearly 4 days to clear up the reports I had to finish. I wish now it hadn't.
that I'd left Hartford immediately. Expense account item 2, $133. Plane fare and all the incidentals I could think of, Hartford to Denver. I got there shortly after 7 a.m. Item 3, $50 deposit on a drive-your-own car, in which I promptly headed north and west on Highway 40. That is, after getting out of the traffic in Denver itself, and believe me, that town has it. The 200-mile drive to Craig was routine, except for the lush green hills, the snow-topped mountains, the vast meadows and forests. Colorful Colorado, they call it, and it sure is. Finally, about noon, I pulled into Craig and stopped at the Cosgrove Hotel for lunch. That's item 4, $350. From the waitress, I got directions to the Lazy J.D. Ranch.
About 8 miles south on the Yampa River, just off Route 789. You want some dessert?
Oh, no, thanks. This is fine.
Hey, you one of the relatives?
Relatives?
Oh, of course not. You're too late.
Too late for what?
It was real beautiful, though. Half the town turned out for it, and most of the big ranchers.
What are you talking about?
Oh, my gosh, it's after 1:30. Look, I'm not supposed to be on duty now, and I got a date with my boyfriend.
Hey, well, now...
Excuse me,
now,
I
wait a
gotta go.
second.
Just pay the cashier in the lobby.
Well, but look, Okay. I paid my check to the cashier, went out to my car, climbed in, and headed for the Lazy J.D. There must have been several thousand acres to the ranch, all rich, green, healthy-looking pasture land, and Lord knows how many head of beef cattle. The main ranch house was a rather small but well-kept affair near the gate to the road from the highway. And then I saw it, a long piece of black crepe hanging on the doorframe.
Yes?
How do you do? My name is Dollar, Johnny Dollar.
Oh, Johnny Dollar. Why didn't you come before?
What?
He begged you to come, didn't he? To come right away?
Mr. Denham? Yes, but I
Then
told
why
him...
didn't you? You might have saved him.
Saved him?
Yes, saved him. We buried him this morning. And I think he was murdered.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
The American writer Christopher Morley once wrote, "When you sell a man a book, you don't sell him just 12 ounces of paper, ink, and glue. You sell him a whole new way of life," unquote. Now that goes double when you give, not sell, a book. But the gift of 550 books to little children increases the legacy tenfold. Near the end of 1960, the employees of the Chase Manhattan Bank started a people-to-people program with such a gift to school children of a town in Tanganyika. That's on the southeast coast of Africa. And to give you an idea how the books were received by the children, let me first quote from Francis Bacon. He's an English writer of a few centuries back. He said, "Some books are to be tasted, others to be swallowed, and some few to be chewed and digested." In the past, children in Tanganyika may have done a little tasting and chewing and a little swallowing and digesting. But there's one certain thing. They wound up devouring the books they received from the United States. And they did so much of it that they, the ones in high school anyway, were able to reach the level of English children their age and pass the exams at the same time. That takes a lot of book learning, as they say. Now, the gift of these books from the United States of America may have seemed a small thing to the senders, but the boys in Tanganyika who received them know that they've opened a whole new way of life. They've greatly increased understanding in the classroom of freedom, the right of all men everywhere.
And now, Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Bum Steer Matter.
The tall, beautiful girl standing in the doorway of the ranch house at the Lazy J.D. outside of Craig, Colorado, was dressed in black. The red about her eyes showed that she'd been crying. But there were no tears in them now.
Jake Denham was my father, Mr. Dollar. I'm Virginia.
And you think he was murdered?
Why do you think he called and begged you to come out here?
Any idea who might have done it?
Yes. Big Mike. Mike Craven.
Who's he?
He owns the Sea Lucky Star and wants to own every other ranch around here, and he will unless somebody stops him.
How did your father die?
Anthrax. That's what they said it was.
I thought that was a disease of cattle.
People, too, if they get infected from the cattle.
And that's what happened to your father?
That's what they say, but there's no anthrax around here. Our ranch is clean.
Look, let's go inside and sit down and talk about this.
Sure, I'll talk about it. If only somebody will listen. In here, John.
Oh, thanks. Are you, all alone?
Now that Dad's gone, he and I ran the ranch. Now it's up to me. Sit down.
Thank you. Virginia, were you trying to tell me out there that you think somebody tried to infect your herd with anthrax?
What would you think?
Who was your father's doctor?
Dr. Regis Ross from in town. Who are you?
Well, my name is Dollar, insurance investigator.
Say, you fellas act pretty fast, don't you?
Sometimes.
Feeling all right now, honey?
I guess so.
I told the hands that you're in full charge now. They'll take their orders from you. Or from me.
Or from...
Sure.
Sure, I guess that's best. Thank you, Pete.
They might as well get used to it, because after we're married... Look, honey, why wait any longer? I know this is a bad time to talk about
Yes,
it, but I
Pete.
also know, and you know, that this is no time for you to try to go it alone.
But what about your medical school?
I'll give it up. This is a lot more important than... Well, you're a lot more important. Oh, look, Jenny, you've stalled me for a long, long time.
I know, Pete, because I... Don't you see I can run this ranch alone?
No. You need me, honey. And I'm here to help you.
Do you know how Dad felt?
Sure. That all I wanted was this ranch. The same as he felt about anybody else who ever came here.
Just who are you, Pete?
This is Pete Kermer, Johnny, my fiancé, I guess.
That's right.
Didn't I see a Kermer ranch on the way out here, a small one?
That's right. My pa's. He's Carl Kermer.
Well, what do you think caused the death of Virginia's dad?
Just what everybody says, Mr. Dollar. Galloping anthrax from that Hereford.
Then why did he send for Mr. Dollar to come?
I'm afraid we'll never know, honey.
Well, I do. It's because he knew something was going to happen to him.
Where is that steer now?
Buried. On orders from the vet and the state inspector. Mr. Dollar.
Yeah?
You said investigator. Hadn't you better talk to Dr. Ross?
Yeah, I guess so. Want to let me have his address?
Sure. I'll write it down for you.
And, while you're at it, tell me where I can find the veterinarian. And that state inspector, too.
Huh? Sure. Why not?
When I left them, a few minutes later, Pete was still making a quiet, but I must say effective pitch for Virginia's hand. Expense account item 5, 10 cents for a phone call to the state inspector. He told me he'd never seen the infected steer on the Lazy J.D., that he was confined to his bed at the time. I called the vet's office, and he was expected back shortly. So I sat around the hotel lobby and glanced over some magazines. And then, in one of them, I found an article that made my eyes fairly pop out of my head. Item 6, I called the vet again. He was in.
You caught me just in time, Mr. Dollar. I was about to drive over to the Sea Lucky Star Ranch for dinner. Mike Craven and I are old friends.
That's so?
Yes, ever since we roomed together at college.
Oh, I see. I understand you're the man who spotted the anthrax out at the Lazy J.D.
Yes, sir, that's right. Just that one Hereford. How it ever got to him, I'll never know. The rest of that herd's absolutely clean. Got poor old Jake Denham, too.
You think he became infected from that steer?
Well, how else could it be? Galloping anthrax. Just like that.
Doctor, where is that steer buried? Do you know?
Yes, I had it buried myself. It's some miles out in the far corner of the Lazy J.D. property.
Then phone the Sea Lucky Star and call off your dinner date. You and I are going out to take a look at that carcass.
Oh, no, just a minute, young Investigator, did you say you are?
That's right.
Uh-huh. I suppose you have some authority.
What I don't have, I can get. Tell me, Doctor, is there some reason why you don't want me to see the carcass of that steer?
No. Well, let's go.
Along the way, we picked up two fellows who were handy with pick and shovel. It was almost dark now, so I bought a couple of powerful flashlights at one of the local hardware stores. That's item 7, 925. It took a couple of hours for the two men to dig down to the carcass of the steer, but they finally exposed one flank of the unfortunate animal.
Yeah, you sure planted this critter deep, Doc. There's part of him. Give us a few more minutes, we'll have it.
No, wait. Huh? Mr. Dollar, come down here into the hole.
Sure. Oh, what's the matter, Doc?
The color of that carcass. I don't understand this.
What are you talking about?
Well, this doesn't make sense. The deterioration and putrefaction that always occurs, well, it simply isn't here.
You mean it's possible it wasn't anthrax killed this steer?
But I'm sure that all the symptoms, the swellings in the subcutaneous connective tissues, in the interstices of the muscles and lymphatic glands, and in the membranes of the mouth and tongue, they were all there, and they were edematous, too.
Could some poison have possibly produced those symptoms?
Poison?
Yeah, look. I read in a magazine this afternoon that strychnia often produces symptoms very much like those of tetanus, lockjaw.
Yes, that's true. But a poison that would... Good heavens.
Yeah?
Why, I haven't heard of it since my college days. Quintanogen sulfide. But why?
Good question.
No, Dollar. Because it wouldn't explain the death of old Jake Denham.
If it was anthrax.
What?
Or was he poisoned, too?
Good heavens, you mean you
Wait a
think
minute,
that...
Wait a minute. Doctor, the brand on the rump of this animal.
Well, that's Denham's own brand, the Lazy J.
Yeah, but it looks to me like it was put on over another brand.
Yes. Yes, you're right.
Any way of finding out what the original brand was?
No. Yes, Mr. Dollar. The other side, the inside of the hide might show it.
Then, Doctor, you got a skinning job to do.
All right. Hand me my bag there, please.
Okay, here you are. Go to it, Doc.
Thank you. Oh.
That poison, how much to infect a man?
Well, even a small scratch on the skin could absorb enough to be fatal. No wonder the Dr. Ross...
Ross was the one who treated Jake Denham.
Yeah. No wonder we couldn't understand why death came so...
Well?
No.
Can you see what the original brand was?
Yes. Yes, I can. I'm afraid so.
Let me hold the light a little. Oh. I see.
But I can't believe it, Mr. Dollar.
Pretty clear, though, isn't it? See Lucky Star.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
A couple of 1,000 years ago, the ancient sage Diogenes remarked that all things are in common among friends. Well, he didn't mean that only material goods were in common among friends, but that they shared their troubles as well. For a long time, the United States Armed Forces have been a friend in time of need, during fires, floods, and pestilence all over the world. Many peoples of the earth have come to believe in the friendship which the U.S. military personnel have spread for so many years, and the calls for help they answer in time of personal emergency, a response which has always been immediate. Not long ago, a Korean Buddhist nun was suffering from beriberi, an advanced form of acute malnutrition. But she was living in an isolated monastery deep in the Korean hills and valleys. Her sister nuns contacted the nearest Army Signal Corps relay station, and wheels began turning. In no time, an Army helicopter landed at the station's helipad. American soldiers carried the stricken nun to the copter. She was flown to a waiting ambulance and whisked away to the hospital. Her recovery was rapid, thanks to the United States Army, her newfound friends. Army helicopter men helped in many other ways. Over the 108 islands of the Ryukyus that spread from southern Japan to northern Formosa, Army helicopters are constantly whirling their blades as they hop from one island to another on missions of mercy. They bring food donated by American women on Okinawa, or they bring vital medicine to save a life. They also bring friendship and understanding and freedom, the right of all men everywhere.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Bum Steer Matter.
Looks pretty bad, doesn't it, Mr. Dollar?
Yeah, Doc. It looks as though this Hereford steer was brought over from the Sea Lucky Star was rebranded with a lazy JD, was given the poison to make it look like it died of anthrax.
Yeah, but Mike Craven, who owns the Sea Lucky Star, I know him, Dollar. I've known him ever since our college days.
Medical college?
Oh, no, just during the preparatory years. But Big Mike couldn't have done a thing like this.
Big Mike has wanted to get his hands on the lazy JD for years,
Well,
hasn't he?
of course, so have a lot of other big ranchers, but I'd stake my life on it. He'd never do it. Hey, wait.
Yeah?
You should have taken that left turn to get to the Sea Lucky Star.
That's not where we're heading.
Yeah. Well, then where?
If I remember correctly, it's this road to the right, here.
Well, you mean the K-Bar K?
Got any better ideas?
Well, I'll be... The ranch house is dark.
It won't be for long. Would you call this a good ranch, Doc?
No, old Carl has been just a hanger-on. He hasn't made the place pay for quite some...
What's going on out there? Who is it?
Johnny Dollar, Pete.
Oh?
I want to talk to you.
Oh, sure. Door's open. I'll be right down.
Come on, Doc.
Let's see if I can find the light switch.
This flashlight will do. And we're going on upstairs.
Huh?
Wait down there. I'll be right down.
We'll be right up.
Well, now, wait a minute, if you don't mind.
Well. Nice place you have up here.
Look, I asked you to wait down... Dr. Cummings.
I'm sorry, Peter, but this...
How'd you make out with Virginia Denham, Pete? Convince her to marry you?
That's none of your business, Mr. Dollar. Now, just what do you want?
Pretty nice ranch to get your hands on, that lazy JD.
I beg your pardon.
Combination bedroom and study, huh?
As Virginia told you, I've been going to college.
Yeah, medical school. Nice set of books you have here.
Of course, I'll have to give that up now.
Oh, you're going to have to give up a lot of things.
What?
Where did you get it, Pete? What was the name of that stuff, Doctor?
Quintanogen sulfide.
What do you know about...
Well?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Then why the marker in this book on toxicology?
Marker?
That was a foolish thing to do, Pete. A dead giveaway.
Yeah, I told you. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep. Right here. Quintanogen sulfide.
I never heard of it.
You're lying, Pete.
No.
Giving it to that Hereford was probably a cinch.
Listen, you...
But how did you give it to Jake Denham?
Dollar, that's something you'll never live to know.
Oh, look, now, wait a minute. Put the thing away.
No. Now, stand back.
I said, look out, you...
Stop!
Oh, thanks, Doc. I guess he'd forgotten all about you until you landed that chair on his head.
Yes. Now, I suppose I'll have to patch this... patch him up a bit.
Oh, absolutely. He'll have to look nice for the trial, won't he, Doc? Expense account item 8, $55.95. Living expenses in Craig while waiting for the autopsy on Jake Denham. And yes, the same drug was used on him as on the Hereford steer. A small bottle of the rare drug was found in Pete Kermer's trunk. So Pete's not only lost a chance for a nice ranch, but for living very long. Expense account total, including incidentals and fare back to Hartford, $618.50. On second thought, how's about just sending that check to the community chest? Then I'll feel a little better about this case. And about myself, too. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, an old ghost town out in Montana. But one of the ghosts carries a .38 Colt. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood. It is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote tonight's story. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Gene Tatum, Will Wright, Jack Edwards, Howard McNear, Sam Edwards, and Forrest Lewis. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Dan Cumberly speaking. This
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.